Hi everyone, sorry I forgot the timer and nipped to the toilet and I forgot to turn it on, but welcome to another Flight Deck Sim live stream. Today it's the 23rd of December 2022, 5 minutes past 5 in the UK. We've got some hip-hop Christmas music for you, y'all. Here we are in Trondheim, 6 hours behind live time, with live weather on. This is the most wintry place I could find in Europe within 2 hours from Brussels. There's a Brussels VATSIM event going on this evening, and I thought we'd take the opportunity to fly into it here. The weather here is absolutely disgusting. We've got moderate to heavy snow. I think it's minus 2 degrees. We're going to look at winter ops procedures and do some de-icing here. We've got full ATC in Brussels later for the VATSIM event. We're going to be playing some Christmas songs as well. To say thank you to all the support as well, I'll be running a merch giveaway after landing. You can win the infamous Flight Deck Sim mug, and not only that, I noticed we are at 84,900 subscribers, so if we can reach 85,000 subscribers by the end of the stream, I'll run another Flight Deck Sim merch giveaway where you can win the Alpaca Airways mug. Who we got here in chat? We've got Epstein, Martin, ATL, Nahan Wildhorn, John Doe, King Kong 2452, hope you're doing well. Edo's here. Adam, thanks for your 30 months as a member. Feels good to be back. I'm Alpaca 4 November Mike on your left. Excellent, Adam. I'll look out for you in the stream. Domino O'Seen is here. AstroJuice Sim 737 pilot. Lauren 2500. Visibility in op. Yeah, I think it's down to 2,000 meters. That's the visibility at the moment. King Kong asking, is there a way to get snow on the ground in X-Plane? I'm not 100% sure. I think in the default X-Plane 12 there is some snow updates, but the depiction of live weather in Microsoft Flight Simulator is very, very good these days. Nathan, I hope you're doing well. Ruth says hello. 2 tons of love. Howdy from a frozen North Texas. I think it's very cold where you are. There's Nightbot, disabled with style. Get the latest weather. 240 to 10. 10k. Is that where we're departing from, ENVA? It is. Oh, it's the visibility's improved then. 4,000 meters. We've got showers. Was snow and showers. Recent showery snow. There we go. 800 meters of showery snow. Vertical visibility 500 feet. So you can see how naff it is. Andrew Terry off to work. Fresh cup of coffee and a Flight Deck Sim stream. Good day despite a big minus 20. That's what I like to hear. Anyway, this is the first ever time we will have, well, the members saw for the first time yesterday the Tobii Eye tracker. We're going to be using it in Microsoft Flight Simulator for the first time today during some of the critical phases of flight, and we're going to do, this will be the first time I've done de-icing procedures as well in the aircraft. Now this Trondheim scenery is some freeware scenery available. I saw it at the store. There was a payware airport available. Now I did see that, I think the Aerosoft is the good scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator for Brussels, but Just Sim did a version as well. Now because I bought it for X-Plane 11, I got a massive discount, so I bought the Just Sim version of Brussels for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I haven't had time to check if it's installed correctly, so fingers crossed. It is installed in the community folder, but I've just not had the time to look over. If you're interested in this playlist, it's the YouTube's royalty-free music playlist. You can just type in YouTube music and type that in here, so it's going to be very Christmassy, lots of bells and jingles and things like that, but they're all royalty free. In fact, I think they have Nutcracker music here, some classical music which you might recognise, which is also royalty free, so it's pretty good. Anyway, let's now jump on into the cockpit, completely cold and dark. Airbridge, got to take a bit of a leap of faith to get in, but there we are. Let's find ourselves into the cockpit like that. Oh yes, professional as ever. Right, I'm just going to put the Christmas music nice and low in the background now, guys, just so we can get the aircraft set up and get ready for our Christmas flight to Brussels. So, batteries on, GPUs on the bus, electric hydraulic pumps we can pop on, landing gear lever is down, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green lights. Let me just turn this music right down there. As Christmassy as it is, there's nothing more distracting than some bells and jingles going on in the background. There we are, it's very quiet now. Excellent, so first thing we'd always do, walking to the aircraft in these sort of conditions, we have a multi-step de-icing procedure to firstly make sure the aircraft is de-iced. So obviously it's looking really nice in the sim. We don't have any modelling of snow or ice on the wing, but if this aircraft had been sat here all day, let's say it would have been the case here, and it's been snowing like it had been, the wing, the fuselage, the top of the horizontal stabiliser have been covered in snow. And Trondheim, they have remote de-icing, so we're going to follow the remote de-icing procedure checklist with engines running. We'll take the fuel for that as well. We'll talk about the threats associated with icing as well, and what we do at my operator to minimise any threats and any risk to the safety of the flight. Excellent, there we are. So yeah, we imagine the aircraft is covered in snow. and we'll set up the aircraft as if it's in freezing conditions. So we've got the aircraft configured there, battery, electric hydraulic pumps on, as I said, landing gear lever is down, and then we check all the aircraft documentation. Let's do the fault and fire test, check the squibs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green lights. And we'll do the fault APU detector in op. We've got master caution, overheat detector. That's all good. Fire bell, 3 fire warning lights, wheel well, engine overheat light, and there's the fire warning and overheat light too as well. Now, because we're in freezing conditions, we turn the probe on pre-flight. We usually do that on the before taxi checklist. I'm also going to turn the window heat on as well. Imagine we had some snow there, just to get the window nice and warmed up to melt any potential snow. We've got to be very careful. If we're not being de-iced though, if we have a little bit of snow, it doesn't melt and go in front of the pitot probes. Aircraft have taken off in the past with snow and frost in front of the pitot probes. That's disrupted the airflow into them, causing airspeed anomalies and all sorts of instrumentation issues. So you've got to be careful with that. Hunter L, welcome, or thank you very much for your continued support as a member. I think that's at least 2 months there with that badge. Thank you very much for your enjoying Christmas, and welcome to the stream. You can hear all that coughing. That's FS Realistic. Oh, live weather is improving dramatically. I know I want rubbish weather, please, for the stream. Why does this never happen in real life? It only gets worse. For me, the stream always gets better. It never happens to me in real life. Right, emergency exit lights aren't. We'll push the attend button. Let me just show you the operational flight plan, fresh from SimBrief as well. I've also got my operators, well, it's a generic FAA holding table that we actually have this in our OPT, but you can get this online. It's the FAA's holdover time guidelines. We'll talk you through this in a bit, and I'll explain sort of things about holdover times, de-icing procedures, and what we need to make sure prior to taking off as well. On the same PDF, I've got the operational flight plan. So the weather in Brussels, a little inclement too, nowhere near as cold and wintry as it is here in Trondheim, but at the moment they do have some quite strong gusty winds, up to 30 knots. That is meant to be ending by the time we arrive at our destination, so we should be okay weather-wise. Now, remote de-icing isn't catered for in the operational flight plan. I have given us 30 minutes taxi fuel, giving us a block of 7.5 tonnes. Typically what you want to do is try and work out what the delay is for de-icing and how long that procedure takes. Now typically, just from experience, remote de-icing takes about 45 minutes to an hour from pushing back to getting airborne, depending on how busy the airport is. Let's go ultra conservative and put an hour's worth of taxi fuel on it, which is 600 kilos. Both these engines are burning 300 kilos an hour. So I'm going to take an additional 600 kilos on top of that, which is 8 tons. And then on top of that, I'm going to take 30 minutes of fuel. I wouldn't usually take that with the weather being as it is in Brussels, but because it's a busy VATSIM event, there's a lot of people here joining on the sector. I just want to take an additional 30 minutes holding fuel, just in case it gets busy there. So that would be, as I said, 600 kilos, 8 tons, plus 1200, which is 30 minutes flight time, so 9.2 tons of fuel, which I think I've pre-loaded prior to the stream. 9.4, there we go. So that's the 600 kilos for remote de-icing, plus 30 minutes holding. Thank you very much to the members' pings there. We've got Jonathan from Wiltshire, 25 months. He goes, Vrr. Thank you very much. Don't you do well, Luigi? 20 months, member. Happy holidays, Captain. A warm hug from Mexico City. It'd be very warm. What's the temperature in Mexico City at the moment? Definitely not whatever it is here. -1. Unbelievable. Thank you very much indeed. Who else have we got here in chat asking questions? UK Liam said, Merry Christmas. Hope you're doing well. Cody said, weather looks frightful. Does look very inclement. The Aerosoft Brussels is just the best bit of the scenery there is. Yeah, I did hear that, but because I've got the Just Sim one for like £8 with the discount, I thought, well, if I was to fly in the airport every stream, I'd probably invest in the Brussels one, but I just thought I'd save a bit of money and get the other one. Right, there we go. So we've got the fuel loaded. Passenger-wise, we'll take a full load of passengers. So 180 passengers. We'll imagine there's no checked-in baggage today. Jim's got the lurgy. You can hear him coughing there in the background. Let's put the seatbelt sign on. Now the aircraft's pre-fueled. Test the attend button. Do a quick takeoff config warning test. Nav frequencies are all tuned for departure. VHF 1, 2000 standby. Circuit breakers are all in this side. Check the stall warning test. Back airspeed warning test. Flight recorders checked. IRS to nav. And the alignment's going to probably take about 7-8 minutes at this latitude. And we then check the circuit breakers and all the safety equipment as well. There we are. Lovely OFP. Thanks, guys. Oh, gosh. This is why I miss Avitab from X-Plane. I just don't know if the PDF's still open, but sorry. You don't. Yeah, you love a delicious OFP. He often forgets that. I know I do, John Rayfield. I need to get a monitor up so I can actually see what the stream looks like. Wouldn't be a Flight Deck Sim stream without the OFP being left on the screen. Thanks, Simon Helmet. Unbelievable. AFO 3310 morning captain. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for popping in. Jordan Waters, welcome as a member. And you've been a member in the past, so thanks for continuing the support to the channel. Hope you're doing very well. Welcome back on board. Peter Fletcher, 11 months. Good evening, Captain. My new hat has now been purchased. Thank you again. You're most welcome, Peter Fletcher, one of the members of the channel. He won the Alpaca Airways hat. Or he had the choice of one of the Alpaca Airways hat, and he very kindly chose the Flight Deck Sim hat. So well done winning the giveaway. That will be sent over to you, hopefully as soon as possible. As I mentioned, Teespring deal, all that stuff in the background. But thank you very much for your support as a member. Right, where did we get to? Let's see what the situation is here ATC-wise. Now we have ATIS and ground and tower online. Amazing. So let's grab some weather, see what's actually going on. The frequency for the ATIS 127.550, which I'm just tuning now. Are we yay or nay for the Christmas music? It's very quiet in the background. Let me know if you want me to turn it off. Here's the ATIS anyway.
This is Barnes Information India. Tom 1650 Zulu. Expect ILS approach. Runway in use 27. Runway condition wet. Transition level 85. For en route clearance request via data link or contact ground 121.6.
God, like it.
Wind 240 degrees
Yeah,
10 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. 4,000 meters direction west. Showers in the vicinity. Clouds. Few at 400 feet. Scattered at 1,500 feet. Broken at 2,500 feet. Temperature -1. Dew point -2. QNH 1001. Recent showers of snow. Temporary. Visibility 800 meters. Showers of snow. Vertical. Visibility 500 feet. Remark. Wind 670 feet, 260 degrees, 15 knots.
Amazing.
This is Barnes Information India.
Excellent.
Tom 1650 Zulu.
So we've got the latest weather information. India, ILS runway 27 in use. The runway is wet, so well, look at the weather's improved dramatically since the start of the stream. But looking at the actual runway in the sim, that's a contaminated runway. You can see the snow. The braking action would probably be worse than wet. What we call as GRF code 5. We'll say for the purposes of this stream it is 5. We'll talk about how contaminated runways affects performance. We're very fortunate that when we get these codes we can simply enter that data into the OPT and take conservative figures. It does affect your crosswind limit as well, but the surface wind here at the moment, oh, I didn't actually copy the wind. I think it was quite light. Let me just double check. I've had some text here. Showers, recent showers of snow, visibility. I don't think there was actually any wind on the ATIS. They gave us the wind at a higher altitude, but yeah, the crosswind limits become lower when the wind picks up. But yeah, the wind at 60 feet or 670 feet was 260 at 15, so it is down the runway, which is good. Right, so we've got the latest weather conditions. We'll select traffic on the ND. And we'll now load up the flight management computer. So I will bring up the PDF now, and then I will forget to close it again shortly, and then we'll be in trouble. As I mentioned, guys, I will be doing an additional giveaway. If you want to know my exact subscriber count, it is 84,917. It'll be pushed to get 80 subscribers in a stream, but if we do another one, I will run another giveaway. Thank you very much for considering subscribing to the channel to stay up to date with the latest content. Right, latest AirEC is installed. We are in Echo November Victor Alpha. I'll just turn the sim sound up. It's gone a bit quiet. There we are. Echo November Victor Alpha. We'll put in GPS left. Oops, missed it on my scratch pad. There we are, and that should have been pre-populated, but it hasn't been. We are going to Brussels Echo Bravo Romeo. Call signs tonight with the Alpaca 2525 X-ray Mike, which is there departing on runway 27. The SID is going to be a Utuna. There's two Utuna SIDs for runway 27, I think. A Utuna 1 Whiskey. Okay. Where's it gone? There's a lot of SIDs here. Utuna 1 Whiskey, we're going to go with, which is the shorter one. Runway 27. And a bit of typing now. Direct to Exepli. Alright there, Jim. Direct to Exepli. Get you with some cough medicine. Linv. Linv from Linv direct to Amada. Oops. What have I done there? Linv and then direct to Amada. From Amada direct to Omaru. From Omaru. Oops, typo. Omaru. You've got to be very careful. It's so easy to make mistakes. There we go. Omaru. Now, get rid of that one. Zulu 310.
Welcome
to Batak. And from Batak, Zulu 311. Oops. Yep, put November instead of Mike. It's the 1 Bravo today, thanks Adam. Right, let me start again. 27. Tuna 1 Bravo. And then from Atuna direct to Zeppeli. I think I might have made a mistake. You put N instead of M. Where did I do that? Have I already changed it? Linv, Amada, Omaru, Batak. We'll do a check anyway of the routing to well, check the inevitable mistakes I made. Then it's to Beckham. Oh, very Christmassy in the background. From Beckham, it's the Beckham 7 Alpha. Oh dear. Beckham 7 Alpha. I expect 25 left. It's been a while since I've flown here. Let's go with less Yankee 25 left. Via flow. Activate. Ooh, let's join it here as well. Ooh, I see someone's gifted members. I see the chat's all exploded. I'll have a look at chat in a second. That's very kind of that was. I'll say Merry Christmas to all of you shortly. Let me just check for any discontinuities. What is this music now? What's this song in the background? Ooh. That doesn't look right. Right, there's onto the approach. So what I'm going to do is leave it for now. We'll tidy that up later. Activate. We've already executed it. Go to the map play init reference page, and then we'll put the performance in. So 0 fuel weights 57.8. And the alternate 1.7, very low. My operator has to be 1.8, can't be any lower than that. So if it is less than that, we'll automatically put 1.8. It's because our alternate is Charleroi, Echo Bravo Charlie India, which is basically next door. Cost index is 30. We're cruising at 36,000 feet.
Minimums.
Execute.
Minimums. Approaching.
36,000 feet set on the overhead panel. This is going to go off for a while now. Top climb wind 283 at 46. Welcome, one and all. Transition altitude was missed that off the ATIS as well, all over the place. Just have to check that. Thank you, thank you. Welcome on board.
Approaching minimums.
I've got the OFP on. I do that. What was the transition altitude?
Minimums.
See it on the chart either, or the frequency for departure. 7,000 feet. Now, because we're de-icing at my operator, we have to take minimum 24k full. That's a de-icing tail strike procedure. And we'll go flat 5. I don't have any performance data for this airport. Trim 6 units. 8,500 for the transition, roger. I will say thank you to whoever that was. Thank you very much indeed. Let me just get the wet speeds in. 33, 41, 49. Now, if the runway is contaminated, V1 is typically a lot lower, because obviously in the event of a rejected takeoff, you want to make sure that you can actually stop on the runway. Right then, who am I saying thank you to for all of these gifted members? It was a gifted member. It was Sim737 Pilot. Thank you very much. That's 10 gifted memberships, so welcome Marek, Ralph, Skyper, and a lot of older members who were on the channel in the past. Dean, Joel, Aleski, Brandon, James, Young, Lauren's back in again, Ted, welcome, Hoo Hoo Chum, Duffman, welcome to the channel. Sim737 Pilot, thank you very much for your generosity. Welcome all of you to the channel as well. That's very, very kind of you indeed, Sim737 Pilot from the US. So thank you very much indeed. What a lad, as Scottish said. Welcome to the channel. Flight number is wrong. What have I... Oh, hold on. Have I put the wrong flight number in? 25 X-Ray Mike. Ah, that's what you guys were saying. Just testing you. Well done. You passed the Christmas test. Right, yes, we've got the V-speeds in for wet speeds, which is what it's been reported as in the sim, so that's fine. If it was less than wet, we would take the appropriate braking action and the V-speeds calculated from that. Right, that's all done here. The aircraft is configured with the prop heater already on because we're in freezing conditions. We'll put the igniters to right only. Voice recorder's on, PAX Auto. One thing I have forgotten to do is turn on the APU. We turn it on straight away because obviously it's very cold out there. We want to get the cabin nice and warm. Blame Jim for not telling me how cold it was. Flight directors are on. We're expecting a stop altitude of 6,000 feet on this SID, which will brief shortly. Order brake to RTO, reset the fuel flow, and we'll select legs for Jim on his FMC, and the rest is all configured correctly. Perfect. We are looking good here. What song was that? Oh, I was Deck the Halls is on now, but it's very quiet. Excellent. Classic. Andrew B, thanks for your message. Just wanted to wish you a happy Christmas. Thank you very much indeed. If you've just joined the stream, we're doing some winter ops procedures here in Trondheim in Norway. We're flying to Brussels, flight time 2 hours. We'll be doing some remote de-icing. We'll be requesting to taxi out to the remote de-icing stand. We'll talk about the procedure. We do my operator as well for remote de-icing. APU's available. Pop that on the bus. That means we can disconnect the GPU. Just make sure the parking brake is set, which it is. We'll go here to the menu. FS Actions, Ground Services. I will get rid of the carts. Imagine they've finished loading the bags. The passenger boarding is also complete. And we'll just go here to remove the chocks too. So ground power release, remove the chocks. There we go. And we'll get the departure clearance. Let's tune up ground for that. And then we'll grab that and get on our way. Perfect. Doesn't sound like anyone is talking. Let's grab that clearance. Trondheim ground. Very good evening, Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike on stand 32. Copied information India and QNH 1001 departure clearance to Brussels, please. Let's look at QNH.
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, one is ground, good evening. Information kilo is now current. You are cleared to destination Brussels via Utuna 1 Bravo departure. Initial climb 6,000 feet, squawk 1761.
Cleared to Brussels on the Utana 1 Bravo departure. Climb to altitude 6,000 feet, squawk 1761. Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, and after pushback we'd like to taxi to the remote de-icing stand, please.
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, roger, and read correct.
Perfect, so we got the clearance all copied, so we'll set 6,000 feet. Squawk is 1761. Here we are, 1761. And we can verify the SID is in the FMC, the Utuna 1 Bravo. There we go. So we've got the clearance, all is going well. You put the... Andy, you put the right teeth in this morning, boss. Unbelievable. Yeah, that wasn't my best. I was a little bit when I was getting the clearance, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't know. My teeth are in. My teeth are in. I've not had anything to drink. I'm sat here in my nice warm office, unable to speak. Unbelievable. Right. I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to set V2. So route takeoff 149 knots on the MCP. God, Jim is coughing away there. Right, let's talk a little bit about what we're going to do today. So this would be the period in real life. You know, Jim was doing his walk around. I made him do it because it's cold. I'm applying it to Brussels. And he said, right, look here, Captain, the aircraft's covered in snow. And it's on the wings, on the fuselage, it's on the horizontal stabilizer. We need to de-ice. Okay, that's fine. Oh my goodness me. Mountain 51, thanks for the 5 gifted memberships. That's Stephen Jenkinson, Ty Fen Raunch, Brian Crawley, Andrew T, and Junie Lard all joining as
Approaching
members
minimums.
as well. Welcome on board, guys, and I hope you enjoy your time as a member. Enjoy the membership-only Discord, enjoy using the custom roses and chat. That's twice I've had gifted memberships today, so thank you very much, Malk51, for that. That's very kind. We'll pop the AP bleed on. We're going to warm it all up as well. We don't want it too cold. You can hear the air conditioning
Approaching
increasing there. And look, you can see the supply duct temperature increasing. That would be very hot very quickly. We wouldn't want it that high.
Minimums.
It doesn't move quite as quickly as that. There you are. So that's the temperature of the supply ducts. That's the
50,
actual
40,
temperature in the cabin.
30,
10 degrees there.
20,
welcome to all the
10.
members. I am Phil. Thank you very much for the $28 as well. That's very, very generous of you. Thank you very much.
Just to wish a Merry Christmas to it, everyone smile. Thank you very much for being you.
Thank you very much for your donation there. That's very kind of you. Merry Chris Packer. I think that's the first time I've ever heard of that word before. So thank you very much indeed. I feel for your continued support. You've been on the channel for quite some time watching here. That's very kind indeed. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to all of you indeed. So let's imagine we've done the walk around. We've done that, what we call a contamination check. We need to be de-iced. Now, different airports have different procedures. Some airports have remote de-icing. A lot of airports in Europe have de-icing on stand, which is generally a bit of an easier procedure to deal with. What do we have here in Trondheim? Well, Trondheim, it's remote de-icing. How do we know that? Well, let's have a look at the charts. Well, they might have on-stand de-icing, I'm not 100% sure. But let's have a look here. We're on stand 32, and you can see here they have mic 2, mic 3. This is the de-icing area. So just before that, look, there's a little mini pad here for de-icing, and if you actually read the airport information, you can see here de-icing procedures. So de-icing of aircraft will occur on platforms Mike 1 Alpha or Mike 1 Bravo for aircraft code C or smaller. So the 737 is a category C aircraft, a wingspan of less than 36 metres. If it's larger than that, you have to use only mic 1 in the middle. There's 3 lines there. Here's the frequencies. You contact them to coordinate de-icing. When requesting startup, inform ground that de-icing is needed. I did that whilst I got the clearance. Oh, there's a nutcracker in the background. Contact ground tower for taxi instructions to be de-icing platform. Aircraft may be towed before entering de-icing platform. Contact frequency. And when it's finished, contact ground tower for taxi clearance. Now, what we need to do is determine how we want the aircraft to be de-iced. You know, so we'd actually have a form. My operator has a generic form. Different de-icing companies have different forms as well. And based on the prevailing conditions forecast, or at the time we expect the aircraft to be de-icing, we decide what fluid we want and how thick we'd like it, and if we'd like it heated, and also if we'd want to, so we've got a 1-step or a 2-step procedure. So this is the de-icing form here. This is used by multiple airlines. We use this with my operator. It's the FAA holdover times. It's issued annually. And you'll see here there's some very aptly named de-icing fluids. We've got Killfrost. We also have things like Clariant Safe Wing. Most common ones I find in Europe are Clariant, Killfrost. In the UK, we have Killfrost in a lot of the UK airports, so I'm going to use that one. Imagine they have that here at Trondheim. They've got some generic ones too. So let's imagine they've got here Killfrost Ice Clear 2. So we find out what the fluid is, and we click that here. So it's a Type 2 fluid. There's 4 types of de-icing fluid, Type 1 to Type 4. Generally, the lower the number, the less effective it is. So Type 1 would be for sort of just removing ice, that's it. Type 2 is the most common one in Europe, where it's very cold in places like Alaska, barely gets above -10 parts of the year. They would have Type 4 fluids like that. Type 3 is generally for turboprops. So Killfrost sounds like a superhero's nemesis. It sure does. Firstly, let's have a look at the weather. If someone could grab the METAR for live chat in there, we'll have a look at the latest weather and we'll work out firstly the fluid concentration. Now this is typically decided by the de-icing company, but ultimately it's the captain or the crew that will decide what fluid concentration they want. My airline operate a sort of, you do whatever you need to do, take the best fluid available. We operate something sort of like a clean wing policy. You're allowed frost on the wings if it's associated with cold soaked fuel frost, but only if it's above 4 degrees, no precipitation. Here it's very cold. We're imagining the aircraft's covered in snow here. So thank you very much, Domino Mosina. You can see here 250 at 12, 9,000 metres, light showers of snow, and we've got some tempo showers, some moderate showers of snow and surface wind is this. So it's -1. Let's say it's moderate. Always go conservative. It's moderate snow, and we'll go from there. Now you'll see here, with the fluid concentrations of 75, 25 and 50-50, there's no holdover time available. And what this time represents is, as soon as you start the de-icing procedure, either the first step or, in this case, the second step, doing a two-step procedure, that's when the holdover time starts. So from the start of the procedure, you have, if you have this type of fluid, it's -3 degrees and above, with 100% concentration fluid between, in moderate snow, 40 minutes to 1 hour 20 minutes of holdover time. Now, Bob's your uncle if you can work out in between these times what you actually need. I always take the one on the left. Thank you very much for Jonathan Wiltshire, who's bought a toddler classic t-shirt. Classic, amazing. Thank you very much indeed, Jonathan Wiltshire. I'll play the stream back later to see your comment. That's very generous. Thank you very much for supporting the channel by buying some merch. I hope your little one looks groovy in that. Thank you very much indeed for the support. Superb. Right, thank you, buddy. So you can see here, based off the snow intensity, the thicker the snow, the heavier the snow, the lower the holdover time. Certain fluids, you'll see it just says snow, and then what you need to do is work out the intensity of the snow by working out the prevailing visibility. So you look at the visibility with snow, and that will tell you if it's light, moderate or heavy. So let's go worst case. It's moderate snow, and we're going to use 100% fluid, and it's type 2 kill frost ice clear, and that gives us a holdover time of 40 minutes. Okay, let's go for the worst case here. So that means once we start de-icing, if you're in moderate snow, we've got 40 minutes until we need to get airborne. Now, if this time expires, we have to do an entire de-icing procedure again, unless we can get the aircraft inspected prior to takeoff, which is unlikely, but maybe at the whole point they've got someone there that can check it. But once that time's expired, you have to remove all the old de-icing fluid, using a one-step procedure, and then reapply de-icing fluid again. But yeah, Andrew T, holdover is the amount of time it takes to sort of have the aircraft de-iced. The fluid then is only going to work as an anti-icer for this amount of time, the holdover time. Once that time's expired, you have to be de-iced there. Now, Lars, who's a moderator and member of the channel, he's actually just starting the 737 tie rating. Congratulations again, my friend. He's worked at an airport recently, and I think he's quite familiar with de-icing procedures. Type 1 is a combined de-icing, anti-icing fluid, whereas 2 and 4 are pure anti-icing fluids generally used by larger aircraft. Type 1 is very popular with turboprops due to low shear speed. Thank you very much, Lars. Even that is new to me. So, there we are. We've worked out the holdover time of 40 minutes. Now, we've liaised with the dispatcher. We've said, right, we'd like to get de-iced. He'll then communicate with the de-icing company. Right, this crew would like 100% Type 2 fluids once the aircraft's there, okay? And then they'll either apply a one-step or a two-step procedure. A one-step procedure both removes the contamination and gives you the holdover time, but if you've got contamination on your aircraft, it uses a lot more fluid. A two-step procedure is usually a little bit more efficient if you already have contamination. You have a one-step neat, or usually hot water or hot fluid just to remove the contamination, and then a second step to apply the anti-ice to the aircraft on a clean surface. So, Simony Bob, thank you very much. I just realised I could do this. What are your thoughts on X-Plane 12's modelling of ice and snow and the effects it has on braking and flight? Now, I think X-Plane 12's icing is a little exaggerated, having flown the Dash 8 in that stream a couple of days ago. Again, there's no sort of visual model of icing, so it's very hard to determine how much ice there is on the aircraft. Now, surprisingly, I remember icing is extremely dangerous on the aircraft during takeoff and landing. In-flight icing can be dangerous too, but I remember being in the simulator in the Level D sim, and we actually simulated severe icing. It can be quite difficult to detect, especially if you're in IMC, because there isn't actually a significant change in aircraft performance. I think it's exaggerated in both sims, based on what I've observed in a Level D sim, and I've been in moderate icing with ice build-up on the wings, and you can't notice any change on performance. But for takeoff, those critical speeds, it can have a huge impact having ice or snow on your aircraft there. Right, so we're all ready to go. We'll just brief the taxi and the SID then. So we're going to, as mentioned, taxi out from stand 32, push back to face east. We're going to taxi in via Mike 1 Alpha, Mike 1 and Mike 1 Bravo. De-ice the aircraft with engines running, and then once that's complete, we'll taxi out to depart from runway 27 and a 27k departure. And that SID we'll be flying is the Utana 1 Bravo. It's this sort of short, longer departure going towards Negim. There's Negim 801 max 235 checks, then to 802, so sort of all square, and then we're going to be routing direct to 805. So just to keep the turns tidy here, 802, I'm just going to put 220 knots or below and then if we get a direct we can delete those speeds. It just tidies up everything, and we'll put in 6,000 feet our stop altitude in the FMC. Right, let's now request push to start. Don't forget we've got a 2-hour flight, guys, so if you have any questions about the de-icing procedure we're following, feel free to ask those in the crew as well. We'll have a little bit more time. Obviously these phases are a little bit busier, just to get the show on the road and things like that.
Alpaca 4 November Mike, taxi right on Halo, left Yankee East, the runway 27.
So imagining the aircraft is covered in snow and contamination at this stage as well.
Alpaca 6 to Alpha, request taxi.
I better actually call for the better pushback. Didn't even realise that I'm not ready.
6 to Alpha, confirm you want the ice?
A7.
It's quite cool that a lot of people are simulating that.
Yeah, Whiskey and Juliet, de-icing at Mike 1 Alpha.
Whiskey and Juliet to Mike 1 Alpha, Alpaca 6 to Alpha.
Perfect.
And Finnair 117 ready for taxi.
Finnair 117
Right,
for
there
now,
we go.
hold
Just trying
position.
to work out how to move. I don't want to break the pushback.
117.
Scandinavian 1 to Bravo, request taxi, and we don't need the ice.
This is ground. Stand by.
There we go. Yes, I'm going to use Toby Eye Tracker.
Scandinavian 1 to
Boof,
Bravo,
there you go, it's
taxi,
activated right now. So you can see
IND.
looking around the aircraft. I mean, during the setup of critical phases,
Scandinavian 1 to Bravo.
not so good, but certainly when moving around taxiing
Finnair
takeoff, I'll be using
117
it
follow
here.
the
It's
Scandinavian
very, very good.
820 on
This is-
Yankee.
I used it in the Zebra mod yesterday, and I do prefer how it works in Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I think I need to actually fiddle with the Microsoft Flight Sim settings. But look right in there in my head. I've got to be careful, I
The parking
don't show
brakes
my
are
ugly
set. You
noggin.
may lift.
Alpaca 4 November Mike, contact tower 119
It's so easy to disable and enable in the sim. Lars, they do stink, that's for
We
sure.
are cleared for start and push. Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
It's going to not shut up now. Everyone pushing back now.
Charlie Juliet Barnes ground, good evening. You are cleared to destination Brussels via Utuna 1 Bravo departure. Initial climb 6,000 feet.
Oh, straight
course
pushback mostly in
2071.
Scandinavia. Thanks, Jonas. I'll edit that if that's the case. Well, I'll just press end. That weather looks great. Looks horrible and cold.
Alpaca 6 Charlie Juliet, feedback correct. And are you planning for the ice today?
Please release parking brake.
Roger, thank you.
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, stand 3-2, request push to start.
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, push and start approved, QNH 1002 and make it straight push to not blocking, keep please.
QNH now 1002, push start approved, straight
release
push.
parking brake.
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. Right, let me just change that here. Is there a
Ground. Please cancel pushback.
oh no. Oh, he's just dumped me.
Alpaca 35 Alpha Bravo.
Ooh, steady,
taxi
don't do
kilo,
anything.
hold short of,
Right, what I'll do a
Yankee
manual
for now.
pushback because he's already gone there. So, packs off, anti-collision lights on, parking brake will release, transponder,
Scandinavian 1-2 Bravo, contact tower 109
Clouds off.
decimal 4, have a nice flight, bye bye.
just turn down that some guys.
119 decimal 4, have a nice
No, it might come back quickly. Come back.
Cockpit to ground.
Here he
This
comes.
is ground. Stand by.
Doesn't seem to be doesn't seem to mind that I just fobbed him off. And then he's now coming back. No complaints whatsoever. Reese, is the Toby Iron Tracker worth the money? I usually use the middle mouse button free lock and that works great, but curious about whether it feels like a level up from that. Now, I purchased it myself, and if you missed it already, I did a video review. I do overall like it. I'm only going to be using it really for your benefit, guys, when flying sort of circling approaches, things like that. Generally, the ability to move around the mouse is okay, so unless you're flying a lot of GA, I've heard it's really good for things like DCS, you've got to have your head on a swivel, things like that. I might try it in Euro Truck Simulator one day, but overall I do like it, and it will be useful, I think, for those critical phases. I
We are
keep forgetting to
cleared
turn
for
it on.
start and push.
Alpaca 35 Alpha Bravo,
Okay, cleared for push start.
behind
Please
the
release parking
Finnair
brake.
21.
Parking brake.
Parking brakes are released. Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in
So 15 minutes late off stand. I
sequence.
always try to push 30 minutes after the stream started, but we were talking about de-icing a lot in the procedure. We'll now start engine number 2. And when the apron is contaminated like this, maximum taxi speed is 5 knots. N2. N1. Oil pressure 25%. When it's really cold, the oil pressure can be, the oil is quite thick and the oil pressure can rise very quickly. It's got to be aware of that. But usually anything sort of above -10, no issue. When it starts getting below -35, which is very unlikely to see in Europe, you've got to have additional procedures applied. Very hard to see the taxiway as well. This has not been very well cleared by the crew here in Trondheim.
Please again.
Starting out, monitoring 2, 2, 4, 6, 3, 2 stable, starting engine number 1.
Yep, no problem. Alpaca 35 Alpha Bravo.
Flying over those, weather, the weather looks amazing, seems to come a long way. What's that tug doing? What's he doing? He's struggling with traction.
Alpaca 62 Alpha, De-Icing complete to request taxi.
Oh my god, he's all over. Please just leave me here in
Alpaca
one piece.
62 Alpha,
N2,
taxi,
N1,
Kilo and
oil
Yankee
pressure.
holding point
It's making me nervous.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Taxi Kilo Yankee to
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
Roger. Good engine start. Cleared to disconnect. See you at the side.
Very thin
Have a good
wheels.
flight.
Holding position, waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Press stop, you'll be in the grass. Ah, we're all good. All good. So, starter cut out, monitoring engine number 1. 1 is stable. And what we're going to do now, actually I better get down in front of me, is the before taxi, my operator we call it the before taxi freezing condition checklist, which I'm just getting in front of me, and to make sure I'm doing the procedure properly. If you're on your type rating, this is where simulators come in very useful, because you can actually practice these procedures at home. So it's very similar to a normal one, it's done as a flow, so generators are on, APU's off, start switch is continuous, probe beat's already on. We're going to turn on engine anti-ice. We're not going to use wing anti-ice because we'll be protected with type 2 fluid, so we don't actually use wing anti-ice in this situation. Packs auto, isolation valve auto, AP bleed is off. Now, we're simulating that the wings are covered in contamination and snow, so we're not going to touch the flaps. The reason is if we start extending flaps with snow on the wings, they're going to get trapped, it's going to break things, you're going to get snow and ice where we don't want it, so we leave the flaps up at this stage. If we're in freezing conditions, we have already been de-iced, we'll cycle the flaps to 40 and then up. We'll do that after de-icing stage. So we taxi out with the flaps up, we'll do a flight control check.
Alpaca 6 Charlie Juliet, positions are
So, there we go. Oh, I just realised yoke cam's a bit off there. Sorry about that. There we are. So full forwards and full back, left and right. Why is it only turning up a little bit? Full right and full left. I think it did that on our last ride. Oh yeah, I think it's because it's in the lower position maybe. Recall, blank the lower DU, and then we'd read a different checklist, the before taxi checklist freezing conditions. And because the aircraft's not configured for takeoff, we have different options. It says have you been de-iced already? Are you doing remote de-icing where you have to shut the engines down? Or are you doing remote de-icing with the engines running? So we're doing remote de-icing with engines running. We're going to go to that checklist, and it says taxi to the de-icing stand. Then once at the stand, we do the remote de-icing engines running checklist.
Bravo, straight ahead on Mike, and
which is what I'm going to do next.
Now.
And I'd have the de-icing form here. We know the holdover time is 40 minutes still. And my operator, Jim, would have the checklist there on his clipboard to remind us the aircraft's not configured for takeoff. Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, request taxi to remote de-icing, please.
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, taxi de-ice pet, Mike 1 Alpha via Yankee and Juliet.
Taxi remote de-icing, Mike 1 Alpha via Yankee and Juliet, Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. So we're going to taxi to the remote de-icing stand. Let me just bring up Navigraph for you guys. So we're on the parallel taxiway. We're going to go Whiskey And there's Mike 1 Alpha, so it's the first line on the left, which I think...
Alpaca 6 Alpha, contact Tower
on the
Echo, and
checklist.
only
So,
1.9.1.
parking brakes
Never mind,
released.
continue
There's
ready.
no point doing a config check because the aircraft's not configured for
Tower
takeoff,
calls on only 119.4.
so it will go off. Concerned we're hardly moving. There we are. Took a long time to get the aircraft moving there.
Scandinavian 9225, Varnes ground, good evening. Taxi and 30 via Yankee.
And in these conditions, we generally limit the speed to 5 knots on a contaminated surface. Now, I don't think I'm going to brake hard here. No, it's not simulating it as a contaminated surface at all. Yeah, 5 knots in real life is the maximum speed we go. When do you start the timer for the holdover? As soon as we... Depends on if it's a one-step or two-step procedure, Aviation 24. If it's a one-step procedure, as soon as we start de-icing. If it's a two-step procedure, it's as soon as we start de-icing on the application of the second step. That's what we model here. So, we're going to make a right turn up here. I think that aircraft's on the remote de-icing stand as well. I think he's in the wrong orientation now. I think you have to...
Alpaca 35
face
Alpha Bravo,
forward.
join the queue on Yankee.
Now, does the PMDG have any sort of modelling of de-icing trucks, like in the Zebo mod? Or is it just, we're just going to have to use our imagination? I didn't actually look. This sim looks incredible. There we are, let's have a bit of Toby eye tracker. Just reset the cameras. I'm sat back in my chair, there we go. And we're streaming live weather, 6 hours behind live time. We're going to take a turn here at Juliet. This is just a default airport, so make sure we slow right down for this turn. We can even jump into Jim's seat. Yeah, this is cool with the Toby eye tracker. It does still take getting some use
Alpaca
to.
35 Alpha Bravo, contact Tower Echo, and
Now we
only
need to take the
1.9
first left, which is Mike 1 Alpha. Just here, so it's not very easy to see here. And in reality, you probably get marshalled. There you go. Look, Mike 1 Alpha. You see it there? It's covered in snow, and this would be clear in reality. But yeah, pretty cool. Just disable the eye tracker here. You have to use GSX. Okay, I might look into GSX just for a bit of fun. So there we are. What we're going to do is park here. And set the parking brake. You'll be marshalled here in reality, and we'll now look at the checklist for remote de-icing engines running. So this is read by my first officer, the captain, and actions and repeats the response there. So verify the parking brake is set. Turn off the APU unless it's needed for departure. Verify flaps are up. Flaps are up. Thrust levers are closed. Thrust levers are closed. Air conditioning packs are in auto. Engine bleed off. Anyone like to know why we turn the engine bleed off? Hazard a guess. APU bleed is off. And then verify stab trim is set for takeoff. Oh my god, I did some remote de-icing. Yeah, I remember like all the quiet from the engines. Then we check the trim set for takeoff, and then we start the de-icing procedure. So now we communicate with the de-icing crew. Hi, it's Alpaca 25 X-ray Michael. You usually use your registration, so it's Golf Sierra Whiskey as well. Yeah, we spoke to your dispatcher. He said you'd like 100% de-icing fluid. Type is Killfrost ABC, and we'll start the procedure now. We'll note the time, 11:53. We take the time in local for some reason, and then we add our holdover time from that. So remember, it's 40 minutes, so we need to be airborne by 12:33 Zulu based on those conditions. Now you can see the conditions have actually improved. We're basing it off moderate snow. It's stopped snowing, so the holdover time has actually increased. But you also have to be prepared for the worst case scenario, so it could actually start snowing, and you have to ensure that you are protected. And if you have insufficient protection, you need to make sure you are de-iced and anti-ice prior to departure. Now, imagine the de-icing procedure is now done. Once the de-icing procedure is complete, we'll be advised, we'll be told how many litres has been used, so we can make a note of that, because obviously the airline has to pay for that. The rig number of the truck as well, and we'll take any paperwork through the window. We don't always do that. We might have already pre-signed it, and if that's the case, they'll sign their paperwork and we'll sign ours. And we then reconfigure the aircraft. So to reconfigure it, It's based off the freezing conditions exist or don't exist. So if they do exist, we put the engine blades back on. Air conditioning packs are in the auto position. Verify flaps are up. And if not checked before taxi checklist, cycle the flaps up 40 up. The reason we cycle the flaps all the way is to make sure, you know, there's no ice blocked anywhere, it's not causing any problems. So we cycle the flaps as a safety precaution. Obviously now the wing is clean, all the ice and snow has been removed by the de-icing procedure. Can you open the window in the PMDG? No, you can't. I don't think you can in the... you definitely can't in the Zebo Mod 737, but you can in the Phoenix A320, I think you can, which is pretty cool. Randy, unfortunately with GSX you can only de-ice at the gate, but it's still pretty cool. Yeah, on the Zebo there's like you can have some de-icing trucks wherever you are. So there we are, flaps to 40, and then flaps all the way up. And again, we don't configure the aircraft yet because we want to get to the hold point with the flaps up, and then we reconfigure the aircraft once we get to the hold point. And you guys need to remind me, because you are my gyms. The reason we don't configure the aircraft for takeoff now, flaps up, we've got to taxi out in all this snow. If the flaps are hanging out, or if it starts snowing again, we're going to have all this snow build up in the wing, stationary here. Boy, let's take off, Captain. Hurry up. The patience, patience. You can't rush these procedures, even simulating them. We just did a 30-second de-icing procedure. And inevitably there's delays, but there's nothing you can do. So flaps have been checked up, 40 up. Flight controls will check again. So full forward, full back, left, right, just the usual flight control check, left and right. And that's it. We'll now taxi the whole point with the winter ops checklist clipped here to remind us we've not been cleared for takeoff. Alpaca 25, X-ray Mike, de-icing complete, request taxis, whole point.
Alpaca 25, X-ray Mike, taxi Kilo and Yankee, holding point runway 27.
Kilo Yankee, hold point 27, Alpaca 25, X-ray Mike. So taxi Kilo Yankee. So that's going to be straight ahead, left on Kilo, onto Yankee, hold short 27. So parking brake now released. Again, no point doing any config checks because the aircraft is not configured for departure. And once we're at the hold point with no delay expected for takeoff, we'll then reconfigure and complete the checklist. Before takeoff checklist. So 36%, very, very slow to break away here. There's other aircraft approaching the de-icing stands. So here, yeah, you'd be moving much quicker than this. I don't know if it's simulating snow built up on my nose wheel, I doubt it, but just want to check where Kilo is. It's not very clear here, so it's actually Kilo's actually forward. I think there's a slight issue with how it's simulated. I think this is Kilo up here. I say no, that's showing that as Mike. So what I'm going to do is turn left down here. I don't think that's exactly where Kilo is, but oh, it is Kilo, yeah. Thanks everyone that's subscribing to the channel. Don't forget, after landing in Brussels in about a couple of hours, we'll be doing a giveaway for the Flight Deck Sim mug. If we reach 85,000 subscribers during this stream, we're up from 84,901 at the start to, also just taxi on the grass there, 84,923 now. We'll do an additional giveaway. Don't forget to share the stream, tell your friends, your family. I'm sure your grandparents would love to know.
Alpaca 25, X-ray Mike, contact tower 119.4, enjoy your flight, bye bye.
119.4, thanks a lot for the ATC and the simulated de-icing, and have a great Christmas. Alpaca 25, X-ray Mike, bye. Perfect. It's cool that you can do all this on VATSIM. Right, we're over to tower. And we can't do any checks, can't do the before takeoff checklist. A bit too fast for taxiing a contaminated runway. Remember I told you 5 knots in real life.
Yeah, I can't see him.
And then when we're behind this guy, we'll start configuring the aircraft for takeoff. Because we won't anticipate a significant delay after that.
Logged off. Wind is 250, 12 knots, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
Cliff takeoff from 27.
And we also need to do a static run up as well. Alpaca Airways here, owning Trondheim. We'll catch up with all of you in chat as well. We'll have plenty of time on this sector. We'll get the Christmas songs flowing.
Alpaca 35 Alpha Bravo, line up runway 27 and wait.
So I'm just going to hold position here, and then we'll get the aircraft configured for takeoff. I'm a little bit too close there. Parking brake sets. Trondheim Tower, very good evening. Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, holding point runway 27. We'll just need a couple minutes at the hold point to get the aircraft configured for departure.
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, minus tower, good evening. Roger, just hold
Minimums.
When ready for
Approaching minimums.
Hold position, call ready. Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. So flaps to 5 now as we're at the hold point. And if freezing conditions weren't existing earlier, we would have taxied out with the flaps to 5, but obviously with snow here we want to get it all configured there. Thank you very much to Alison Wildman. 3 months, have a fantastic Christmas, keep up the fantastic work. Thank you very much for the kind words, appreciate it. And thanks for your continued support. So flaps to 5, parking brake release.
Alpaca 6 to Alpha, contact
Release
Polaris,
to a
1
config
to
check.
55.
There we are, no takeoff config warning. Parking brake set. And then we complete the before takeoff checklist. The aircraft's now configured, so before takeoff checklist, config checked. Flaps we have 5 green lights. Stab trim set for departure. And is 6.1 units set. Takeoff briefing.
35 Alpha Bravo, wind at
Pax order bleeds on, V speeds are wet,
33,
33, 41, 49 set on the MCP. The departure is the Utana 1 Bravo, climbing straight ahead to Negim, left turn to Victor Alpha 801, stopping to 6,000 feet to NADP 2. Any problems, we'll climb straight ahead to the MSA over the sea, which over that sector is going to be 3,000 feet. So reviewed, we'll imagine the cabin is secure, and we're ready for departure. We just need to do a static run up. Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, ready for departure.
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, line up runway 27 and wait.
Runway 27, line up and wait. Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. Clear to line up and wait. Auto throttle, transponder, TARA. So MCP is set. Transponder TARA, strobe lights are on, waiting for our takeoff clearance. And we're going to do a static run up because we've been sat here with the engines running on the ground in freezing conditions. Despite the fact they're spinning around at thousands of RPM, the fan blade can have ice beginning to adhere to it. So a static run up is just to shed any ice that's potentially built up.
Alpha Bravo, contact Polaris 121.5.
40% stabilised, 70% stabilised. Make sure there's no vibrations or unusual indications. I recommend 30 seconds, but if there's no vibrations, you can start the roll before then. So yeah, I do not like taxiing in this sim. It's just all or nothing, very jerky. It's like, wee. A little bit off the sense line. Oh no, I've actually nailed it. Right, there we are. Just waiting for takeoff clearance. Got the ILS tuned as backup on the departure, but it is an RNAV SID. This sim is beautiful. Look at that. Thanks for your patience, well. I've been on the ground here for a while. Yoke cam is coming, Paul.
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, wind 250, 11 knots, runway 27 cleared for takeoff.
Runway 27 cleared takeoff, Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. Cleared for takeoff. Checklist is complete. Let's get that timer going. Let's go to Brussels for Christmas. Yoke cam on. Let's do the remote static run up. Remote static run up there. So I'm going to have to sort of hold the brakes here with my other hand. Ugh, it's a bit tricky. So 40%. Stabilised. 70%. Ooh, look at the little vibrations. I love that. That's exactly what it looks like. So EGTs look good. You'd feel any unusual vibration. Nothing's unusual. It's all looking good. So release the brake. Toga. Set takeoff thrust. Get it. Takeoff thrust sets. Indications normal.
Alpaca 6 Charlie Juliet.
Checked. Release forward pressure. Hand off the thrust lever. Up we go. 2 to 2.5 degrees per second. Ooh, very nice PMDG. That felt great. Pause rate. Oh, wake up, Jim. I'll do it. Gears up. Max 20 degrees, even though the flight director is commanding a higher attitude. LNAV's engaged. And bug up. Oh, I forgot to turn Tobii eye tracker on as well. Sorry guys, I'm still getting used to all these new features. Flat one. The PMDG is handling really nicely. Takeoff was very nice.
Alpaca 25 extra max, contact Polaris 121.55. Happy holidays and a safe flight. Bye bye.
12155 and happy holidays, Merry Christmas to you. Alpaca 25 extra, Mike. Thanks to the ATC. Bye.
Bye bye.
Flaps up. Got the engine anti-ice on for departure.
And wait.
Yeah, the PMDG, excellent. Having just flown the Zebra mod yesterday, which needs a lot of work, I'm really liking the PMDG now. And obviously, the flight model, it still needs a lot of work in the Zebra mod. This is excellent. Polaris, very good evening. It's Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. We're on the Utana 1 Bravo, passing 3,800 for 6,000 feet. Flaps are no lights.
Alpaca 25 extra Mike, Polaris control identified, climb flight level 360.
Climb flight level 360, Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. So 360. Trying to fly this as well. 360. Set. Delete restrictions in the FMC. And set standard. Oh, this is my poor flying at the moment here. I'm meant to be following the flight directors flying 220 knots. Standard set passing 57 flight level 360. It's going to be a while until we get to that first turn. Just do the after takeoff checklist. Gears off, water brakes off, start switches off. Oh no, engine anti-ice off first, then start switches.
Charlie, anti-control airspace.
Air conditioning and pressurization set. Standard sets. Passing 7, 2 flight level 360 after takeoff checklist. Release the cruise shortly. I'm just going to have a little bit of fun. Hand flying this departure with Tobii eye tracker.
Yeah, no, you're not clear approach, but do you have the weather?
This is awesome.
No, actually I don't. Can you please tell me, Charlie?
So I'm using Tobii eye tracker now. I'm just going to hand fly this SID, first time you're seeing it. So looking down at the flight directors. And this whole experience, guys, is absolutely amazing.
-5, dew point -5, QNH 1004.
QNH 1004.
30 left.
Charlie, clear to leave.
Alright, Jim. Clear
to leave controlled airspace on
PMG's handling nicely. Sim's looking amazing.
Approach into runway
wow.
12,
Simulators, guys, these days.
Roger. Clear to leave control zone.
A superb experience.
And report when established, Charlie.
So we're just going to maintain 220 knots until that first turn's complete. Direct to Ituna, Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. So let's see if I can look at the FMC. Oh, this is quite hard with Tobii eye tracker. It looks exactly where you're looking at though. That's so good. There we are, we're accelerating.
Very green and 76 flight control, hello, squawk 2054.
It's uncanny. It's uncanny. Right, yoke can coming off. Command A. Oh wow, that was super good. I can't stress how mega that was. That was awesome. Pre-cruise checks going up 118 for 360. Fuel 6 pumps, lights. That was mega. Okay, fuse off, pressurization 4.5 set. Recool.
Amber
Release the crew. And then the passengers.
Line
there we are. After takeoff and pre-cruise checklist is complete. Remember, we're 6 hours behind live time. So we'll be landing at 14:11 plus 6 hours. So 2011 Zulu. A little over 2 hours from now. What do you think, guys? That was one of the best departures you know how much time I explained, but with this sim, with this aircraft, you're getting the 737 experience. And I was looking out there.
Back at the extra mic, clear direct XLP.
Direct XLP, I'll back a 25 X-ray mic. So I pushed the right button. XLP. You get a much better overall, just bigger sim experience with the lighting, how it looks. That was absolutely superb. Absolutely superb.
Back at 6 Charlie, clear direct
There we are. Anyway, who would like some Christmas songs? Seeing it is a Christmas themed stream. Let me just it's been playing there in the background, but very quietly. Let's see if I can get some Tchaikovsky, because I think Tchaikovsky's royalty free. It is on this playlist anyway. Ooh. Are you ready? This is from the Nutcracker.
Back at 35 Alpha Bravo for traffic by heading 180.
Beautiful. Christmas sing-along. Well, you're not getting any singing from me. No, can't play Slade. WASG, did PMDG fix the trim issue? Yes, it looks like they've addressed it. It's still not quite as effective as I'd like it, but it's much better than it was. Let's have a look at our routing as well. So, given that lovely shortcut off the SID, that's quite common. Going all the way to Xilpi, which is here. Then Xilpi southbound, right over Norway, on to the west of Sweden, over the eastern part of the North Sea, and then onwards overhead the Netherlands and then Brussels. And there's all our alternates generated as well. Eindhoven, Liège, Charleroi, and Paris, Beauvais, I think that is. By the way, it's all okay. And it's going to be very busy in Brussels later. Remember, our alternate, we need 1.8 tons, we've got 4.1, so we've got loads of extra fuel. Flight deck 2 sings. Craig Belux, can we make requests, Captain? Well, I've got to be, unfortunately...
Line up to 4.
Ah, lovely. Who recognises this? This is royalty free. Great. And it basically, it's... I can only play a certain amount of songs, all the usual Christmas free songs. I really like the one from Home Alone, but that is unfortunately not royalty free. Fighter, it's weird 737NG driver doesn't agree the descent rate in the PMDG is too low. I can only compare it to the real 73. I really wish he'd try the Zebo mod. I don't think he ever will. He will never try X-Plane either. He's only loving Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I implore he tries it. It does work for PMDG as well, so I think it's in his interest to promote the product. Philippe, hi Captain, are you willing to buy the FS2 crew when it is released? Yes, potentially. I think it'll be quite good fun. They might have some JAL SOPs to follow.
Scandinavian 770, cleared P3 Papa arrival, expect
The clouds in the sim now look absolutely awesome. It's about as high as the sun gets here this far up. If you have the system, it's hard to resist Microsoft Flight Sim on high or ultra. Yeah, Daniel, this is on high end. This is a bagger.
Expect the whiskey runway 35 and clear P3 Papa arrival.
SimlyPop on YouTube audio library in the studio, that's where I'm playing this from. There's loads of classic Christmas songs to play with no attribution needed, and it's perfectly safe to use on the YouTube. SimlyPop. Right, guys, go check out the YouTube audio library. That is royalty-free music. If you have any requests, go there on the website, let me know, and I'll happily play that during stream. I saw the Nutcracker in Birmingham with my partner a few
50,
weeks ago.
40, 30, 20.
Thanks, Clark Roberts,
10.
for the £2.49. Sent me a fist bump pair. Merry Christmas. Thank you very much for your donation. Very generous of you. 2 days to go.
Control till Papa nummer 20
Hope you're doing well, and have a great Christmas, Carl. Thank you very much for your generosity. Fantasia! Oh god, what film was that? Isn't that Fantasia? Oh, I remember that film as a kid. Wasn't there a flying dog? And it had the guy from the School of Rock. Amazing film. God, I haven't seen that. Will, the background music is reminiscent of a documentary about planes. This is a bagger. There we are, overhead Zeppelin. So glad I'm streaming 6 hours behind live time.
117 for light control and fight climb, flight level 30 and clear direct Luton.
Gemini, just listening to Tarkowski.
117, climb flight level 360, clear direct Luton.
Never Ending Story, that's it, Pensioner 77. Who here has seen The Never Ending Story? Oh, that brings back some memories.
50,
Wow.
40, 30,
Whoa,
20,
I've seen that for
10.
since I was a young boy. Amazing. Chris Tuttle, thanks for the $20.
Reminds me of 2001 Space Odyssey.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever dreamed of piloting a spacecraft for a major airline?
For NASA, probably the biggest airline there is. Thank you very much, Chris, for the $20 donation. Very generous. God, yeah. I've dreamt of being an astronaut. Who knows where we'll be in 50 years' time, but I don't think any of us here in chat will be lucky enough to go into space. But, amazing. Thank you very much, Chris, for your donation. Appreciate that. Do you feel like we're piloting a spacecraft for Space Odyssey? Just so nice to have some classical music and Christmas themed songs.
Number 278, clear direct Bogey.
Amazing. Single Elite Danger Stream. I think I've abandoned my other channel. I haven't had any time to do anything on this one. Having said that, I've just done 3 streams in a row. And it won't be anything until just before New Year. Master Caution Fuel. In time with the music. Beautiful. Bravo, bravo. Oh, got Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies. Yeah, it's left. Oh, no fuel leak. Hopefully not. It's only 1 minute long though. Hold on, let me share. Oh no, I can't even share this playlist. Approaching 30,000 feet, bank angle 10 degrees. Next fuel check's not going to be all the way over to Linvey, look at 1302. It's quite common to have large gaps between waypoints nowadays. Look at this. Oh, we have a request. Oh, come all ye faithful, Simly Bob would like. Alright, fair enough. I'll pop that on next.
Ocean 61 Polaris Low, squawk 1450, cleared Luni for Lima, expect LS 01 right.
God, look at this. Northern Norway. So sparsely populated here.
Expecting only for Lima, arrival 4, runway 01, alright, Astria and 63 Lima.
Yeah, Staff, excellent question there, but LNAV has bank angle limitation. Why captain still put 10 degrees? Because if ATC assign us a radar heading, we need to ensure that the bank angle is below 10 degrees. To avoid things like Mach buffet, especially at higher Mach numbers, or getting into a sort of a high angle of back situation, which, you know, because of the angle at which the aircraft will stall is a lot lower here.
So we're going
to put on O Come All Ye Faithful once we've finished with this Tchaikovsky classic, Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies, which is 10 seconds. I don't even know what O Ye Old Faithful is. It's an instrumental one though. Right, popping it on now for you. Daniel's like, and for passenger comfort? No, not really for passenger comfort. You know, on takeoff, banking 20-25 degrees doesn't really make much difference. Oh, that's amazing. No ortho to worry about downloading. Oh, hold on, I also press play on the music. Oh my gosh.
Greenland 786, clear direct Trondheim, Tango 9 Belux.
He's ready for Christmas anyway. Wrapped all my presents. Oh yes, I recognise it. I recognise it. The country style. Probably the original one is copyright.
770, clear direct to Goodid.
So, did you guys have any questions about winter ops procedures? I have done it on a few streams before, but what I did today is pretty close to, well, say it's any different at all to how we do it in real life. Obviously, it's a lot more dynamic. There's other traffic going around. You need to be obviously aware of the conditions; they can change. But we obviously just simulated a de-icing procedure with the fluid.
Control, hello, identified
How's the sub count algorithm? Let's have a look. Last I checked, we were on 84,923 right now. 84,932, only 70, well no, 68 subs to go, and I'll do another giveaway for you guys.
24 uniform police control, hello.
50.
Thank you very much
40.
for considering
30,
subscribing to the channel. Helps the channel out a lot
20,
as well. Yeah, I can't believe it up to 85,000. Thank you very much, Larry, for the $12.10. Appreciate it.
Merry Christmas, Captain and Chief Pilot Jack. Sure hope Santa is bringing Jack some good stuff.
Sure he will, Larry. Thank you very much for your $12.10. I don't have Jack for Christmas, but I do have him in the new year. You know what, I might even use some of that to get Jack some treats. Thank you very much, Larry. Thank you very much as well, Canopkey.
Pausing the best Christmas movies once FT2S goes live, taking off in his one-horse open sleigh. Love all your content.
Thank you very much, Canopy, for the €12. That's very kind of you. On this one single crew pilot 737 on our way to Christmas. Thank you very much for your donation for your €12. Hope you have a great Christmas, guys. Thank you very much for your donations. Appreciate it, guys. Oh, it's very, very gentle music here. But yeah, performance all around the PMDG so far. Gonna give it 10 out of 10, really. It's VOR off here. I think I pre-tuned it prior to departure, didn't I? 17.4. The Tango Golf Alpha. Well, my favourite Christmas song I found on this playlist is that rap Christmas one I played at the start of the stream. I'm going to pop that banger on again. It's great. Silly Bob, did you see Austin's video comparing and explaining his flight and his evolution? Very cool. Yeah, I did. Was it the one who went to Barbados? He's off his rocker. It's crazy. So funny. Oh, wasn't this lovely? Very gentle Christmas songs. Let's see what else we have here. Well, I don't care. There's no more requests. I'm putting my Christmas rap song on. Found it. It's called Hip Hop Christmas. Oh no, the most recent one. I haven't seen that. Silly Bob. Yes, I think that's the right word. Eccentric 2 tons would be a far better word to use. Right, I'm putting on my DJ hat, playing some Hip Hop Christmas. This is great. I might replace this for my new startup music. You kids these days. I-69 Turtles, are you worried about the future possibility of authorities and airlines enforcing single pilot ops? It's not going to happen. It's as simple as that. I mean, you know, we're all about being risk adverse here, and if you start removing a pilot from a flight deck, that increases the risk of serious problems. Pilot incapacitations happen, guys. You know, I know certainly in my operator, someone personally, and I've got also a friend personally from another operator who's been incapacitated. It is a matter of fact, they do happen. So eroding that safety level by only having one pilot and where the other one is some sort of very sophisticated autopilot, is worrying because that sophisticated autopilot won't be programmed to deal with every conceivable situation. So yeah, evergreen 641 exactly.
430 climbs to 7,000 feet.
DJ Flight Deck Sim on the wheels of steel.
32
Chewy.
follow that flight, climb flight level 300, clear direct again.
True. BX7OS, does your operator allow people to jump seats?
climb
Yes.
to 3,000.
Yeah, no issues obviously if you work for the
300,
company and have an
level
ID,
clear
but if
to
you're, say, a
Ag-
family member or a friend, it's not as simple as just taking to work. A lot of... They have to have security clearance, checks IDs, permission from the chief pilot. It's very difficult to do.
3,000 feet, clear to flight level 60. Of the
You can operate a business jet single pilot, but your insurance rates skyrocket. I can't believe it. Alex, Vanderpass has a request plate from DMC Christmas and Holes. That's going to get me a copyright strike.
370, clear direct nails to. Flight level 370.
2 tons planes are full-on backup systems. That includes the meat bags. It says our future AI overlords will refer to us as meat bags.
That 1 November Echo Flight Control identified climb flight level 380, report passing altitude. Flight level 380, passing out 4,000.
Backup Tim Lancaster, ZFO, Alistair Atchison. I don't know about that one, Andy.
1 November Echo, Roger, clear direct needle.
Yeah, I don't think it'll happen.
Direct needle, clear use of 1 November Echo. Nordic 741, flight level 380.
No, this is just random Christmas music.
Nordic 741.
It's weather.
Flight control, hello, squawk 5.
So I don't know how busy this event in Brussels is going to be. There weren't many other events on VATSIM today, so anyone in Europe is off on the Friday. I don't think 30 minutes extra fuel might be sufficient.
All station calling in Nordic Spire 71, say in.
Snuffy Sniper, the live agency recording of the pilot incapacitation a few weeks ago is crazy. They had to pull the pilot out of his seat so they could taxi the plane. Interesting that. Which one's that? Now, my operator, that wouldn't happen. Now, if we only have a tiller on the captain's side, FA hasn't got the ability to taxi. So if the captain's incapacitated, first officer will stop on the runway, set the parking brake, and that's it. Touch the aircraft down. So the captain's offloaded, and then the aircraft can be taxied off by a standby crew member. That's the procedure. Then obviously if the first officer incapacitated, the captain will vacate the runway and taxi off stands. Oh, Andy, that was the BAC 111 where the windscreen blew out the captain leg. Ah, I do know that. Yeah. Isn't it Southampton or something? It's quite famous. Oof, captain was incapacitated during takeoff. Ouch. That's how it's trained in the sim. Oh, he died. They pulled off the runway, therefore had to pull him off. Can you imagine that? There's no computer that will be able to program to deal with a captain that's one pilot slumped over the controls.
And Polaris FedEx 666 requesting the same.
Giggy, do you have any suggestions for me? I'm a cabin crew and I'm doing my flight license. That's awesome news. I actually have a good friend of mine who started as cabin crew at my airline. He's now sat in the right hand seat as a first officer. He sometimes pops in during the streams actually. So my advice would be to have a look online and it'd be the same advice to anyone regardless of their existing career or maybe if you're at school as a student. There's several opportunities coming up for pilots in training, even bonded training and where flight training is paid for. It's a good time to be pilot training. The industry comes up in leaps and bounds. We've obviously come out of the pandemic and there's now significant demand for flight crew. Algrim says, why does it show flight level 340? Are you looking up here on the overlay? That's obviously, we've set standards, we're on a pressure of 1013, but if I think this is just height above sea level based off the local pressure setting. So Christmassy, so lovely. There we go. Bit of a crosswind as well coming in here. Astrid, let me play devil's advocate for single ops. One pilot aboard with a remote drone operator for backup, but would have to auto land Cat 2-3. I wouldn't want a remote drone operator. I would hate the idea of someone who's able to remotely control the aircraft. That would really put me off. If they can do driverless cars and trucks, I think they will get there with pilotless planes at some point. Perhaps not soon, but I think it's probably inevitable. Maybe in the distant future there could be some sort of very sophisticated system that can operate all these systems remotely.
Windstar 1 November Echo, stop climb flight level 360.
There we are.
Flight level 360.
Making good progress. Oslo off to the left hand side there. Lovely terrain here. We'll be soon south coast of Norway. Remember, we're streaming 6 hours behind live time, but we do have live weather enabled.
Air green 76. Contact Copenhagen Control 121.
Thank you very much, Chris Tunnel, for your $5 donation. It's a bit slow coming through, but appreciate that. Been watching the streams for some time as well. I'll wait for it to be read out because that's quite funny. But to answer your question, no.
Copenhagen Control 121.
You ever learned to breakdance when you were a kid? Hey, I'm not that old. I feel it, but I'm not that old. It's a shame we can't all watch Home Alone together now.
50, 40, 30, 20,
Thanks, Chris.
10.
Very kind of you.
Did you ever learn to breakdance when you were a kid? Assuming you're old, of course. Merry Christmas, my friend.
Thank you very much, Chris, for the $4.99. No, I'm not a breakdancing pilot streamer. What did I learn as a kid? I already danced. I dad dance. That's it. Thanks for your donation, buddy.
Option 33 Lima, descend 4,000 feet, clear left, correction left, 01 right.
Actually, I mean, didn't we think we'd never get rid of flight engineers? Probably at some point we did, didn't we? That's slightly different. I mean, the system's operating. You know, there's a degree of automation that you can apply to that, whereas the sort of motor neuron skills required to operate an aircraft is slightly different. I think it's difficult to train a computer or a system to deal with every conceivable scenario.
Minimums, approaching minimums.
Thank you very much, Jessica Hunt, for your 9 months as a member on the channel. Hope you're doing very well. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you very much, Jessica. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you for continued support. 9 months as a member on the channel. Thank you very much. Oh, it's a real classic now. Jingle Bells. What else have we got here that's royalty free? I'm searching here. It's all instrumental. Oh, there's so much here on this audio library. Oh, some of it is quite interestingly named. With sound effects as well. What? Male zombie roar. Oh, lovely. Let's see if I put some other ones on. Are you off from work this Christmas? I am off on Christmas Day at BX7 iOS, which is great. But I am working Boxing Day. I go back to work on Boxing Day, and I've got 4 days. I'm going to Tenerife on Boxing Day. Alarm is set for 4 AM, but someone's going to do it. But yeah, I'm fortunate to be able to go to see family on Christmas Day.
Austrian 1 right.
Austrian 33 Lima, contact Cardamom Tower 118.3.
118.3, Austrian 6 Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Papa D's a plugin for snow, but it covers all the taxiways. This is just default Microsoft Flight Sim weather. Ooh, we've got a bit of an oscillation going on here. Ready to climb 500 feet per minute. Could be just live weather updating.
10.
In reality, we'd have this
Airbridge,
up here as well.
Airbridge Cargo 524, Polaris Control, hello. Squawk
Oh,
4264, clear the SEBA for Lima.
Classic this time of the year. In Europe, the sun never gets any higher than that on the horizon, so if you're flying southbound and then westbound in the evening, it's just that constantly in your face and eyes, blinding you. What is Boxing Day like? Sport boxing? No. Someone told me what Boxing Day is and what it celebrates, but I can't remember. Something to do with packing up boxes and going to a church, isn't it? Hang on, do you get double pay on days like Boxing Day, boss, like back in the chicken days? I used to get time and a half, yeah, working those sort of days. No. Public holidays, if you work them, you don't get any additional pay, unfortunately. But if you are working on a public holiday, for example, which is quite nice for the Queen's funeral, if you ended up working that day, which obviously was a national holiday when it was the Queen's funeral, you do get an additional day of annual leave. That was it, Lauren. Yeah, distributing money from the church collection boxes, I think. Yes. Nowadays, it's just an excuse to have a put your feet up for an additional day. But I'll be on my way to the Canaries. I'm still at ATC. Oh, yes, I was looking for some more Christmas-themed music. Let me. Search by.
Minimums.
Mood.
Minimums. Approaching minimums.
Sad, romantic, inspirational. No, let's search by genre. Oh, seasonal. Let's apply that.
741 for traffic, descend flat level 360.
The top played is called Christmas Chores. Holidays, Christmas Village. Oh, some
negative descend flat level 360.
other ones we've already played.
Descend flat level 360 Nordic.
We wish you a Merry Christmas is on here. Silent Night. Hey Tim, hope you're doing well. 47 months as a member. It's almost 4 years. Oh, such a long time, man. Hope you're settling in your new house, buddy. Great to be back on the air again. Merry Christmas, everyone. Here's to a prosperous 2022 too. Cheers, buddy. So thank you very much, buddy, for all your time and helping moderate the stream too. And as I mentioned, hope you're settling in nicely to your new abode this Christmas. Thank you very much.
117, 20 miles from top of the
Alright, so let's try this one.
Skinner 117, when ready, descend flat level 120.
Well, this sounds Christmassy. It's called Canon Variation.
Papa arrival expected 3 km.
Algorithm, where do we request songs from? You need to go to audio library. Hold on, let me type it in for you. If you have any requests, I'll find you the link. I'll pop it in chat now. It's loud.
Climb flight level 370, clear direct rescue.
Right, I'm just going to put that in the stream now.
Could you repeat direct?
Is that the circle tone? There's the link. This is to the YouTube studio. If there's anything there you'd like me to play, let me know.
Minimums. Approaching minimums.
Absolute claggers here. Hello, Wrong Way 2001. Thanks for your 39 months as a member, almost 2 years, or year and a half. No, gosh, I can't count. 24, 40, 2.5 years. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and avoid the lurgy that seems to be going around. Thank you very much, Wrong Way 2001. Oh, links in op. I'll try another one there. Thanks, Adon. Yeah, that's awesome. Wrong Way. Thank you very much. There is a lot of lurgy and colds going around for sure. I somehow missed all of them. I had a bit of a sore throat about 2 weeks ago, but it was nothing worse than that. Ooh, well, is the link not working, Anon? Hold on, let me just.
Yes, but you are not the other station. So the other station calling the same time as you. Say again.
I think it was Wizard 2703, direct Repco.
Thanks, and then still another station calling for this.
Trouble on frequency.
Nordic 144 Polaris Control.
Oh, why is it not letting me share the link?
Nordic 145 is you at 6,000 feet inbound negative.
My ears!
Nordic 144 Polaris Control, hello, identified climb flat level 360, clear
the link is working only for me. How do I share? Right, type in
Climbing
Google.
to flight level 360, we are
Audio
going
library,
directly
YouTube.
to Awesome.
Average cargo 542, clear direct INSUB, descent flat level 100.
Oh, yeah, for some reason when I go on it only links it to me. Maybe you have to have a YouTube account or something. Audio library YouTube. But you obviously have a YouTube account, so I don't know.
Nordic 632.
He's eating his mic. I think so, Liam.
Nordic 632, clear passes 3 Papa, descent flat level 120, expect LS Whiskey 35.
Yeah, he did. Some people on Fancy do speak with their mics in their mouths. Does it help?
Nordic.
I think the controller was definitely having a
Green Star, 1 November, Echo,
moment.
climb flight level 380.
He's eating his mic, brilliant. Laranjai, if I engage vertical speed, will the speed change to MCP speed? Yes, you'll have vertical speed on your right FMA, here, and then this will change to MCP speed on the autofront.
Tango Foxtrot, maintain 3,000 feet until established.
However, what's the rules for taking pictures in the cockpit during flight? I always thought the cell phone use was prohibited in the cockpit. Pilots posting on social media seems to be popular. There's hundreds upon thousands upon tens of thousands of pilot social media profiles. Different airlines have different rules. For example, our phone has to be in flight mode for flight, and I do take pictures in non-critical phases in the cruise quite frequently. We have iPads in the flight deck, use those to take pictures for operational reasons as well. If you want something to be highlighted in a report too, they are fully permitted to sometimes take pictures on that as well. My operator, if you want to take video recording equipment, you have to seek permission from the chief pilot, but otherwise you can't just do it and post it on social media. Lots of Christmas songs in the YouTube library coming up with the genre cinematic. Yeah, I think that was the one I was looking at. Let me have a look at that filter. Cinematic. Ooh, a bit of Beethoven. We go Beethoven. He doesn't have any Christmas songs, does he? Ninth Symphony. Yeah, I think a lot of classical music is royalty free, isn't it?
Yeah, 122, Roger. Christian, can 122
I've never seen a flight mode on my phone, it didn't want to fly. Brilliant. So anyway, as like I said, in the cruise here, we're just monitoring everything. Liv needs the next thing, we'll do something which will be a fuel check. We're going to be at 360 for the entirety of this flight. No headwind or tailwind component. Top of descent still away, while away, 43 an hour. And we're expecting 4 tons of fuel at Brussels. Try Carol of the Bells. Yeah, have a look at that. It will be the royalty one. That is one of my favourite Christmas songs.
Control 1-1.375.
1-1.375 for FedEx 666 and Merry Christmas.
Ooh, it's got classic.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, let's try it.
Nordic 741, cleared Inrix for Lima arrival. When ready, descent flight number 120, expect Belux.
Oh, it does have it, but it's not as good as dramatic as the one that's in Home Alone.
Arrival, when ready. 01 right, when ready, descent.
Restart of music. Most classical music composed before a certain date is considered public domain. Oh, that's cool.
When ready, descent flight level 130.
Yeah, this isn't as good as the Home Alone version. Yes, I'm making sure it doesn't have CC Simlibob, it's just the license type with the YouTube icon on it, which is the audio track which can be used in any of your videos. No attribution is required. Yes, the CC requires attribution. I have turned that filter off so it doesn't come up. Yeah, this one's a bit poor. Home Alone, the first Home Alone film shoe is the best one. There's no debate.
50,
no
40,
debate.
30, 20, 10.
Thank you very much, SVX for the tenner. Really appreciate that, buddy. Thank you very much. Very kind of you.
Thank you for your streams and all explanations.
Oh.
I wish you a Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much, ASVX. I don't know why Streamlabs has gone away from chat as well. Sometimes it does this. I'll get that reactivated just for your donation to have been highlighted in chat. But thank you very much, SVX, for your £10 for donating directly via the Streamlabs PayPal version. That is great. Thank you indeed. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you very much for your generosity. Very kind. It's very cute, this one, though. Yeah, Carol of the Bells by David Foster, but that is probably copyrighted.
Sierra Foxtrot Tango, best speed and 3 mile final.
But yeah, this is the correct
tower,
one.
119, let's move on.
Superb.
Can you say again, please?
Right, let me just have a look at my Streamlabs settings, guys, because I just realised it's not pinging up anyone that subscribes. It does this sometimes, it just logs out automatically. But I hope I had a good play with all the audio settings, all seems to be working quite nicely there. Thanks again, Ethan Bleeker, for $5 and for your continued support.
Greetings from Eastover, Seattle. My bus to Vancouver was cancelled. Roads and runways throughout the region are closed. Guess I'll just enjoy some tea.
Oh, thank you very much, Ethan, for your $5. That's very generous of you. Well, if your bus got cancelled, I hope you can get to wherever you need to go safely. I've been reading in the news. What's going on? I understand there's widespread disruption in certain areas of the US at the moment with weather, so everyone in the US, I hope you're staying safe. I hope you can get to where you can, where you need to. But thank you very much for your donation there, Ethan. That's very kind of you.
Control, hello, good evening, Rana, 69 Necker Mike, currently with you.
I can't log into Streamlabs for some reason. Ah, there we go, that's why.
Other station calling in, say again.
Epsy, Brussels is already very busy and eagerly awaiting the alpacas. Thank you very much, Epsy. Epsy's a member of the channel and also a VATSIM controller. I think working delivery tonight, so thank you very much for your donation. Thank you very much for your continued support as a member. That's what I meant to say. On autopilot there. And for hosting the event for everyone to join. Ethan, rescheduled for a couple of days. We'll see if it gets better by then. Well, best of luck getting there, buddy.
Why are you climbing?
Uh-oh, someone's climbing.
It looks like you're climbing. Confirm that you maintain flight level 370.
I was climbing because of traffic passing from right to left.
Yeah, he was separated 1,000 feet below you, so there is no need to climb for him.
Someone got a bit scared of the traffic 1,000 feet away. He probably got his add-on aircraft gave him an RA or something and he was following it.
Level 370 though.
370 or Lufthansa Atlantic 4711.
Oops. Yeah, I don't know why. It's done that. I'm just playing around with Streamlabs here.
2000 climbing 6000.
Nordic 8 kilo Bravo, Polaris control, hello. Climb flight level 370.
Climbing flight level 370, Nordic 8 kilo Bravo.
Nordic 632, descent flight level 80.
Descent to flight
There we
level
are,
80,
Cloudbot is now enabled in Streamlabs. Even mild 8 degrees here in Lincolnshire for me. Whereabouts in Lincolnshire are you from, sir? I'm from Lincolnshire as well. Boston born and bred. Not Boston, United States. I'll have some of you know.
Amber 278, Unicom 1
He said Boston, Lincolnshire's much better, but very good though. Evergreen Arctic cold front is passing DC metro area today, temperatures single digits tonight. Oof. Minus 15 is about minus 26. Freezing. Freezing. I think we're going to be hard pushed to reach the 85,000 subscriber goal. We have grown a little bit during the stream though. Don't forget I am going to do an additional giveaway if we do reach 85,000 subscribers. Grown by a couple since I last checked. That isn't a Boston accent you got there. No, well, I actually grew up in Spalding technically. Oh, you mean Boston accent? Yeah, yeah. Boston, Lincolnshire's pretty plain English.
Interfluke 224 is cleared for the
Right,
unit.
let's whack on some more royalty-free music. Actually, you know what? Whilst I wait for any requests, I'll go to my usual playlist, which is all royalty-free. It's got some nice songs there anyway. Evan, I'm from Lincoln. Excellent, awesome here, right next to RF Waddington, so see lots of awesome aircraft all the time. Yeah, when I did my PPL in Finland, I used to fly over Waddington all the time, get Lars, I use it as a Lars service, get Max crossing.
30, 20,
Chris, again, very, very kind, another donation, didn't need to do that again.
Have you ever longed to have the chat room hang with you when flying IRL?
Oh, there's a different alpaca there.
Under 8311.
Crystal, thanks for the $5. Have you ever longed to have the chat room hang with you when flying in real life? You imagine that? You imagine I was streaming in the real aircraft and we had the ability to do that with Wi-Fi and I had my little chat on there. You'd be asking all sorts of different questions. Well, probably wouldn't be too dissimilar. I think it would be mostly banter though. You guys would be giving a lot of stick. Well, you give me a lot of stick when I'm simming if I make a mistake. I couldn't make any mistake at work. I wouldn't like the pressure. Cheers, Chris. I'm hearing charter flight. Oh, I should charter one of our aircraft and get all of you on board. You don't want to be in the cockpit though, it'd be difficult. Well, there's the south coast of Norway coming up.
60, QNH 1006, Nordic.
I've had the same controller now for the last
Nordic 8 kilo
30
Bravo,
minutes.
clear Lhasa.
I'm going to fly right over there. Christianland?
Nordic 8 kilo Bravo, clear direct
Christiansen?
Lhasa.
Almost halfway. There's traffic just behind us, same level. Look.
Chicago 5 contact guard mode tower 118.3.
Can't see him though. It's very cold. Look at Norway here. Beautiful though, weather down here.
KLM 122, clear direct Xilda when ready, descend Flight 140, expect left to 7.
At least you can put the are you a real pilot talk to bed, boss? True. But I'd make a mistake and then you'd start hurling abuse. I want 2 of those sunshades to wear them as sunglasses just to see the reaction of the crew when walking through the flight deck door. They're quite large, Steve, so you want me to, if I ever get a chance, I'll attach 2 of these with a bit of metal and then I'll wear it just for you. It'd be quite the sight. Jonathan, there's a jump seat, right? We can take turns. Well, if I got 180 of you on board, you know, and I did a 3-hour flight, that'd be a swap every minute. It would work. And obviously, yeah, everyone would be there for the takeoff and landing. It's Christensen, yes, search up Captain Sabertooth. I've heard of that, Nick. Craig, do you fly any other aircraft in real life or just the 737? Just the 737. I don't have an SCP rating, it was lapsed years ago. I wouldn't have time to fly anything. I think when I get older, I think I'll probably want to get my SCP rating back. Or if I retired. I don't see myself flying all the way to 65 years old. Yeah, I'd like to get to 55 and assess options. Crosswind cruise moment, yeah, look at that. Nice 53 knot crosswind.
Hello, descend cleared, path up to Papa.
Pretty much full crosswind, only a 6 knot headwind there. Anyway, approaching the south coast of Norway. Freezing down there. So just off the left there is Christensen. 5.
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh, there you go. I can use the Tobii eye tracker to sort of stick my head out the window and have a look around.
Okay. And please start your descent now.
There we are. That Tobii eye tracker is really cool. And it's so good. I can literally move my head right under here. Look around. I wonder if it works in... Oh yeah, it works in these ones, which is like a fixed camera view. Ooh, I can actually have a look around the cabin. Ah, look, I can have a look at the in-flight entertainment. It's a fixed screen saying PMDG. Do you feel like a passenger? It's like VR, isn't it? I can just look out the window, see where we are. Ah, look, see we've got the little hole there. I think that's just to make sure there's pressure difference between the 2 panes of glass. That's awesome! I'm just sitting back looking out the window, guys. Don't mind me. Yeah, this Tobii eye tracker certainly adds an additional element, but I've got all my yoke up here, throttle quadrant. It does not have any issue. And don't forget, it's not just an eye tracker; it's a head tracker as well. So you can. I've actually disabled the eye tracking in X-Plane, so it only tracks the head. Who said that? Lack of crying kids for the EBBR. Hello? Hello? Yeah, I think, guys, I had a slight issue of internet there because, just refresh.
Leipzig Air 2606, question 2406.
Yeah, guys, I had a little internet hiccup there because it disconnected me from... I got disconnection and my Safari stopped working. Streamlabs said it lost internet there, so I had a little moment. All seems to be good now, though. Anyway, as I was saying, I was trying to find us. That's how I knew the internet was going, because I was trying to find a screaming kids emoji or sound effect here. There we are. This is for the ultimate immersion here. Oh! No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, sorry, headphone users. Oh god, I was not expecting that. Oh my god. Auto tune.
I don't know what they're called.
Oh, what is this? There we go. That's not again. Oh, no. Super realistic, I know. Funny. Ah, what's happened? Yeah, sorry, headphone users. Don't know what that was all about. Hi, Richard Asberg. Hope you're doing well. Popping in Christmas to wish you and everyone else in here a Merry Christmas. Hope you're doing well, Richard. Thank you very much. One of the older members of the used to be an old member of the channel and stuff. And that is why we keep the cockpit door closed. It is indeed. Well, bye bye Norway. You can see, look at the ice that's melted on the south coast. So I actually do a radio check. We've been on frequency for absolutely ages here.
415 for control identified climb flight level 360.
Oh, am I actually outside of his area of control here? I'm having a look at the VATSIM map. Oh no, I'm still under his control, and then we're going to go over to Copenhagen. Sorry, well that's my fault that we're all hearing those strange sounds. You requested Domino City. You wanted ultimate immersion. Simon, YouTube capitalised on the stream cut to serve me two unstoppable ads. Unbelievable. Yeah, if you refresh it, it'll play an ad. I mean, I have the YouTube Premium. Now, out of curiosity, I'm never going to do this on a stream, but I can insert ads at any point. So I think, ooh, I might have actually done that, but I've never done it in a stream before. So if you've got an advert now, sorry, I can actually do that. I would do it in like an intermission or something, but I literally thought you had to confirm it. I just pressed the button. Oh, guys, if you've got an ad, I'm sorry. Genuinely didn't know it would do that. I've never actually pushed the button. If you've gotten some dodgy advert now, you literally just got a YouTube ad. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've got the YouTube Premium, so I don't get any ads. Oh guys, oh sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Oh my goodness me. There's basically a button that allows you to insert ads, and it comes up at popular places and it goes, this is a good time to insert an advert. So I'm like, no, I'm alright. You know, if I was going to go for a break and I said, guys, I'm going to go away for a break for 5 minutes, do you mind if I pop an ad on? You know, do it, but I never do this. Ad plays immediately. I press the button.
Topic 144, we request a descent, please.
Oh gosh, that was loud again. Yeah, so sorry about that.
Nordic 144, we request a descent.
Nordic 144, when ready, descent letter 120.
Hi Stephen, or Stefan, alright, it's time for my last minute Christmas shopping, but Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you all. Thank you very much, Stephen. You've left that late.
Level 120, and we expect arrival to ILS 35, Nordic 144.
Ah.
Nordic 144, cleared lunar 3 Papa arrival.
You're mad going now, but someone's going to do it at this point, I guess.
Do not run Papa arrival, of course. Sorry, Nordic 144.
I hope it's not too busy for you.
In event for question 4159er, turn right, heading
That's it, guys. Can have him sit with the screen, give him 10 minutes punishment. Oh dear. Sorry, what's the ETA? I do need to tidy up the FMC, which I'll do later. But it's saying 14:12. So plus 6 hours for 6 hours behind lifetime, so 2012. A little over an hour. Just approaching the halfway point. Need Mike in mouth emoji. Two tons on. Look, slightly different. Maybe not. Hi John, hello from the motorway services just outside Stoke, and Merry Christmas. Hope you're doing well, John. Thanks for popping in. Hope all is well in your service station in Stoke. Oh, I've got some last minute present wrapping to do as well, Craig.
We clear 270T and
I'm just going to stand up, guys. I've been sat here for a couple of hours now. And when we go over to Copenhagen Control, I will take a quick intermission.
Question Alpaca 6 Charlie Juliet Polaris Control.
Clark, what do you do on the flight deck to pass the time on log of flights? Good question. I mean, I'm usually, especially as winters, reviewing winter ops procedures. If my sim checks within a month or two, I'm reading that. Usually you just chat with a guy, just catching up with them, like you would with your friends, like your colleags. Same way you have colleagues at work, you become friends with them.
Wind is
so just chatting about life, work. We all have similar interests, obviously, most of the time as flight crew. Getting inspiration for streams.
119.1, he knows you're clear to land.
119.1.
Harry, how many flight hours per month are you averaging at the moment? Now, this winter is unusually busy. It's a combination of factors, disruption from winter operations, so aircraft last week, 2 weeks ago in the UK were not where they're meant to be, so a lot of standbys out of base, things like that. We have a lot of crew leaving my operator as well. Typically at my airline, a lot of crew do stay there sort of as a career, like I'm doing. A lot of people use the opportunity to gain experience and fly. Then once they've got experience, fly to a national carrier. So a lot of crew are going to sort of Emirates, fly 777,
40,
380 as well,
30,
and different
20,
hours out there. So
10,
yeah, I'm doing about 60-70 hours, less than the summer, but still a lot for the winter. Thanks Disabled with Star.
On a roll with the streams these days.
Oh yeah, 3 in a row.
Very nice of you to put in the time and effort for all of us in this hectic but cozy pre-Christmas week. My place, Norway, getting so much love.
It is.
Winter Wonderland. Love the vibes. Keep it all up. Very Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much, Disabled with Style, for your £4.21 donation. That's very kind of you, and you remembered the channel as well. Having just done the group flights departing Norway, and now visiting Norway again as well, because I wanted to do some winter ops, and this is one of the coldest and most inclement conditions I could find in Europe today. But I do always like stripping in Scandinavia and visiting Norway as well. Thanks for your very kind words, and have a wonderful Christmas yourself, sir. Thank you very much.
117, contact Beton Tower, 119.1.
Nikas, are you connected on VATSIM? You aren't showing on my VATSIM map. I am, as you can hear. I hope you can hear ATC. I will do a radio check though. It's been very, very quiet, and I am approaching the boundary.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
I think VATSIM. Yeah, should be. Thanks again,
Emergency,
Chris?
emergency. Would you share with us the emergency crash landing cabin announcement?
Oof.
Is there a standard announcement protocol to follow?
Amazing question there, Chris. Thank you very much for your donation. Now, yes, we have lots of different scenarios that could be played out. They could sort of form into different categories. We have emergency time available, emergency time not available, or short-term emergency. And depending on the situation, you know, if we've got time available, we can usually brief the cabin crew using a NITS briefing format, which is an industry standard briefing format. Nature, intention, time, any special instructions. But sort of, let's imagine we've just taken off at 1,000 feet. We have a double engine failure. That's a no-time emergency. So you sort of got to take it into your own hands. No time emergency as far as the cabin crew is concerned. They'll start shouting brace, and we'll advise them via the PA brace as well. But yeah, there's set protocol and procedures. If you want to go into much more detail, I can get all the manuals out and brief them. We cover them in the sim, sort of from our perspective, flight crew. And then once a year we have a training day with cabin crew where we look at some examples and procedures. We look at the safety equipment in the cabin, which obviously we don't look at every single day. But yeah. Good question, thank you very much for another donation, loads. Loads coming your way, sir. That's very kind.
Oscar Charlie Sierra, clear direct Idava.
I was okay. I'm up. Oh, how weird is this? I'm not connected, but I can hear ATC. That was weird. Okay, I'm now online. That was the weirdest thing ever. So I disconnected, but I could hear voice. Right, that was weird.
Polaris Control, hello.
I have no idea. I've never seen that before. Has anyone seen that before? It was on VPilot. It said connect, so I knew I was disconnected, but I could still hear the radio. Yeah. Audio is completely separate these days. I didn't know that. Right, I'll just check in with control. That must have been when I lost the internet. Because I could obviously still hear the audio, I presumed I was logged in. Just do a radio check. Polaris Control Alpaca 25 X-ray mic radio check. Unfortunately, I've logged off the network, but I'm back on now.
It's now 5. Oops. And we contact Copenhagen 121.375.
Oh, was that back to me? I think he might have stepped on me. So you can tune ATC without connecting? Yeah, that's my question.
4159, resume on the navigate direct to Lunar.
Yeah, after the internet hiccup, I ghosted the machine properly. That was most peculiar. Right, I can see. I'm in Copenhagen Centre now. So what I'm going to do is just ask the guy if I can contact Copenhagen. Just get the frequency for that. It is Echo Kilo Delta Kilo. Polaris, hello, it's Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. Sorry, I've had internet issues. I'm still tuned with you. Would you like me to contact Copenhagen 121375?
Hey, firm.
Thanks a lot. Have a great Christmas. Bye.
Bye.
Again.
231, contact question Polaris 121.550.
We're in now.
Requested. German cargo question Lufthansa cargo 178, route direct Mikos, continue climb flight level 360.
Has he finished? I'll check in now. Copenhagen, good afternoon. It's Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, flight level 360 to Amada.
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, Copenhagen, good evening.
Perfect, checked in. Well, that was very unusual.
510, clear dike, bar up.
I've never seen that before. Right, in all that excitement, I missed my last fuel check at ENVA. Let's have a little look at the flight plan. We've still got the holdover times. Up, get rid of those. So at ENVA, we should have 4 tons. Remember, we took 4.6. We took 600 plus 1.2, so we took 1.8 extra. So we should have 4. We should have had 5.8, 5.7 at ENVA.
Yeah,
we had 6.1, so we saved a bit of fuel, but that was shortcuts on the SID. So the fuel burn's looking good. ENVA were there at 03. I'm going to work backwards here. Airborne 08. So it's 5 minutes ago. So 1 hour. We should have been there at 59 minutes at ENVA. 59 minutes of time, and perfect. Right, I'm just going to take this opportunity to have a quick break, guys. So we'll just stay here for 2 hours, and then we'll start looking at the approach to Brussels. We've still got a while to go until top of descent 44. Copenhagen Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. Is it okay if I have a 5-minute break? Call you back?
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, approved.
Thank you, call you back shortly. Right, guys, I'm just going to have a 5-minute break. I'm not going to play an ad again now. Now I know what was going on earlier. If you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to like it as well. Don't forget to share the stream. I'm trying to get up to 85,000 subscribers. We're currently at 84,941. We've gone up by about 40 since we started, so it'll be a bit of a push, but if we can get up to 85,000 subscribers, that's great. If there's any of the 300 people currently watching the stream who hasn't subscribed, don't forget to smash the subscribe button. I'll do an additional merch giveaway. I'm going to be giving away a Flight Deck Sim mug after landing in Brussels. If we reach 85,000 subscribers, I will also do another mug giveaway for the Alpaca Airways mug as well. Look at you, buds. I will run both of those after landing in Brussels. Stratocast, what's your go-to AV headset in real life and mic headphones for streaming
50,
clean sound?
40,
Bose
30,
A20, and I've got
20,
the
10.
SteelSeries Arcus Pro. Great headset, great mic, really like it. Thanks again, Chris. Very kind of you. Ever discuss flight sims with your co-pilots? I have, Crystal, several times in fact. You'll be surprised a number of us use desktop home flight simulators to practice procedures or have a bit of fun. Obviously, I started the channel here because I was using the sim because I became an SFIM operator to come up to familiar with SOPs and procedures, and a number of them do have sims and know a lot about the Zero Mod and the PMDG and lots of other things, so pretty cool. Thanks again, Chris, for another donation. Guys, right, I'm going to have a quick break. I'll be back at 9:15 UK time, so 5 minutes from now. I'll see you all shortly, and then we'll carry on from stream from there. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you all are excited for Christmas. Thank you for everyone so far who's contributed as well. It's very generous of all of you during this Christmas period. See you in about 5 minutes.
Welcome. Welcome.
Thanks a lot for that intermission, guys. Just put the washing on. Well, emptied the washing. Oh god. Just shut the door because I can hear it. Another load of washing going on as well. And tumble dryers on too. Been trying to avoid using the tumble dryers. Fortune. But put some little bits in there. What did I miss here, chat? Chris Tuttle, thanks you $2 again. That was very kind. Another donation. Welcome Jonathan Gallid, Kaylee Roberts, who subscribes to the channel. 85,000 subscribers. Thank you very much for promoting and pushing it, guys. We might make it. There's a lot there. Clark, you got your wife to subscribe. Clark and Kaylee. That's very kind. Genius. Probably will unsubscribe out today. Chris, I wait today's stream notifications. Happy I did. What a fine crew you all are. Thank you. Brilliant timing. Joining the stream when there's a break. Brilliant. What's the pointy backwards tip on the winglets? It's this skimmeter wingtips on the NG we got here. Well, UK people, are you encouraging challenges in getting eggs when you go shopping?
Approaching minimums.
Thanks Warren and Sim Pilot for the 23 months. Merry Christmas, Sam. All the best for the new year. PS, my flight deck Sim Black Mug turned up yesterday. Love it. Well done winning the giveaway. I didn't know you purchased that. I can't remember, Warren and Sim Pilot, if you did purchase it. Thanks for the support. I can't remember now. I've done loads of these giveaways to the merch. I've lost track of everything. But that's very kind. Thank you regardless for your support. And I hope you enjoy the black mug. Out of curiosity, could you send a picture in Discord how it looks like? Because I've not actually seen what it is. And the black mugs, they make you charge more. So it's got a higher base price. Oh, I just completely forgot. I better check in with ATC again. Completely forgot about that. Just turn up ATC here. And turn the music down. Copenhagen, Alpaca 25 X-ray and Mike, we're back. Thanks for the break. It's very quiet on frequency.
Alpaca 25X Mike. Roger. Unicom 122 decibel 8. Merry Christmas.
122 decibel 8. Merry Christmas to you. Alpaca 25 X-ray. Bye bye. Oh.
Bye.
There we are. We've had ATC so far for the entire sector, so that's not bad going. Over to Unicom. And we have 176 miles to go. Perfect. Over the North Sea. Cloudy here. Awesome. Yeah, the PMDG has been behaving phenomenally. Steph was sitting in a Norwegian cockpit last week and got to see some very cool stuff. Lightning on the windshield, I think it's called. Helios something. And how is that generated? So that would have been St. Elmo's fire, and very cool that you got to see that on a jump seat. And it's caused by static build-up around the aircraft that have been discharging around the windscreen. Usually it can be the sign of a lightning strike, but you know you have to be. I've always had St. Elmo's fire when flying around thunderstorms, or you know in the vicinity of a lot of static in the air. So yeah, thunderstorms is a classic example. I've always had St. Elmo's fire, but never a lightning strike from it. But yeah, it's just static discharge on the windscreen. Very cool. Talking about St. Elmo's fire, I watched a film on Netflix. It's got the Brat Pack in it. What was it called? It's one in school. It was half good. It's a bit of a cult classic, but I think a lot of them were in a film called St. Elmo's Fire as well, which is a bit of a box office bomb. But I can't remember what the other one was. It's like a morning detention. They're all in morning detention. Hi Merritt. Alan Flight to Sim. Merry Christmas everyone. Merry Christmas to you. Thanks for popping into the stream. Hope you're doing very well. Quick thought he heard you. Oh, he heard me. It was a very loud reply. Alex van der Pasch, almost in Dutch airspace. ATC's online. Very cool. The Breakfast Club. That's it, Greg Scott. Will the Muppets Christmas Carol. Brilliant. Yeah, it's quite a cool film. Hi, Aaron. Hope you're well, Captain. So on the radar, what would another aircraft look like to you on your own radar? Very good. So, we have TCAS, Traffic Collision Avoidance System, which detects and interrogates other aircraft with transponders, and it'll tell you or show you roughly its position. So we've got two aircraft, one ahead of us about 30 miles, same altitude, one directly behind us, same altitude, probably about 15-20 miles away. maybe you're referring to the weather radar. The weather radar will actually show you a return for an aircraft in close proximity, and it will come back as a return. So obviously it's a hugging lump of metal in the sky. So it can also come up on a weather radar too. But I guess you're referring to other aircraft on the navigation display. Steph, thanks. Yes, the captain said he's never had so much lightning from it, not even when I'm drunk. Oh. Yeah, you can have a lot. I had a lot. I think I shared it to the shared it on Instagram. I had a lot of St. Elmo's fire years ago on one of the flights. Stephen, so what's the best way to install VATSIM compatible models in Microsoft Flight Sim nowadays? So one of the members stepped me through the process of getting these AIG models installed. It was a long-winded process. I think there's other model matching available, but this one's probably the most comprehensive one. TCAS was in high use yesterday in the MOGF Crossfire. Yeah. Now, if you guys are using X-Plane 12, be wary of something. X-Plane 12, they're modelling cold temperature and how that affects the air density on air pressure. And temperature correction has to be applied when using the altimeter. Now that's great to see that's modelled. And what cold temperature does, it causes an altimeter to overread or overestimate your present altitude. So flying into colder regions is very dangerous, because if you have not compensated for cold temperature error, if you're, say, at 2,000 feet, it's -10. You're not actually at 2,000 feet if it's saying that on the altimeter, probably around 1,800 feet, 1,900 feet. So you've got to be very careful of that. Now, great to see modelled in X-Plane 12, but obviously that's adjusting your altitude in your sim. That's affecting if your altitude, if you're on a VATSIM network. Now, I flew the Zebo Mod 737 in X-Plane 12 for the members group flight yesterday, and I could see with other traffic on TCAS, the majority of other users are using X-Plane 11 or Microsoft Flight Simulator, which doesn't have cold temperature errors in altimeter, or altimetry error. You could see that my altitude, if I was at, say, at 360, the other aircraft were either 200 feet above me or 1,200 feet below. So obviously I was causing a lot of issues with RAs. As aircraft not 1,000 feet above me, they were 200 feet above me. So hopefully either X-Pilot, V-Pilot, there'll be some sort of compensation to allow for that, allow for X-Plane 12 users to model temperature error, but also for it to be kind of equaled out between simulators. I don't know how they'll do that, because obviously in real life it makes a difference. All aircraft are exposed to the same temperature, so we always have a 1,000-foot separation. So hopefully there'll be something that works around that. Thanks, Warrior Lad, for sending me that picture. I'll have a look later, because I'm really curious to how it actually looks like. Generally, the quality of the stuff on Teespring isn't bad at all. Obviously, you know, content creators, when they use something like Teespring, they have absolutely no involvement apart from just supplying a design, and then they print and distribute and dispatch and deal with returns, everything, which is quite nice from our point of view. Well, obviously, their base price is very high compared to a similar product in a store. Aaron, so do aircraft prefer cold weather or warm weather when flying, or does it not matter so much, or is there certain models of aircraft that are better at certain weather conditions? Now, an aircraft like this, no, they're very versatile, they'll fly in different conditions. A piston engine aircraft, for example, at very high altitude, hot temperature conditions, where there's a higher density altitude, will have a significant degradation in performance. So if you're flying places like Arizona in the summer, destinations like the Grand Canyon and things like that, your aircraft will be performing as if it's a lot higher, or at a higher altitude. But a commercial jet aircraft, you've got to be at the kind of extremes of the weather to have sort of an impact on a significant impact on performance. Clark, I have to head off now, but thank you so much for another brilliant stream. Keep up the amazing work and have a lovely Christmas. Thank you very much for popping in, Clark. Hope you're doing well. Hope you and your 40, partner, wife, 30, have a great time.
10.
And 100 quid. Oh.
Happy and married to
Jesus
one and all,
Christ.
and especially the boss FT2S and the boss's boss Jack. Here's a little something for the stocking stuffer fund.
That'll stuff it up. Oh, dead 200 quid. My goodness me. Oh. Very generous of you, N2, for Christmas. My goodness me. That'll stuff up my stocking for sure. How could I just say that? N2, thanks £100. That was very, very generous of you. Thank you very much. And such a integral part of the Discord. You're very active here. You always pop in my streams despite being on a different time zone. So thank you very much. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Thank you very much for your very generous donation. Now that was very, very kind. Oh, naughty, naughty. Keep it clean. Hey, too. Hey, you said stocking stuffer. Thanks, buddy. That's really generous. My goodness, thank you. Right. Changing the scene quickly. Let's have a look here at our preparation flying into Brussels. We haven't had a ping for Dutch ATC yet. Now, this is a very busy event we're flying into in Brussels. In hindsight, I should have taken additional fuel. We have diversion fuel of 1.8 tons. We're arriving at 4.1. Okay, so probably with that extra fuel we had for remote de-icing, we have about 40 minutes to play with. How much we'll have to hold, I don't know. We could get straight in. We've got two large runways there in Brussels. I'm just going to have a little look here on the flight radar, or the VAT scope, I should say, VATSIM scope, VAT spy, whatever you want to use, just so I have a rough idea of what's going on in Brussels. Okay. Oh, at the moment it doesn't look too bad at all. There's a lot of aircraft on tonight on VATSIM. I'm just going to have a little look at Brussels main, see how many arrivals we've got. They've got 37 arrivals. Okay. That's not too bad. Number of aircraft departing. There's a number of alpacas inbound as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 alpacas. And Ryanair's, Norwegians, DLA. Yeah, Brussels, mostly Brussels Airlines. Okay, so for a VATSIM event, not too bad. The event started, I think, a couple of hours ago. So that should be alright. God, look on the VATSIM. You've got aircraft coming inbound from all over the place. So cool. Lickov, you've just landed in Brussels. Everything was A-OK. Awesome to hear. Yeah. N2, everyone's been very kind to N2, and thank you, N2, and thank you all as well in chat for your generosity as well. Very appreciated. N2, happy and Merry Christmas, everyone. You are what makes the community awesome. Thank you. I'm only a small cog in a very large wheel. It's meant to see all you members that make it great fun. Right. Oh, Warriorland, I've just seen your mug picture. That's very good. I'll message you later. Right, so yeah, Brussels, we should be okay. Now, we'll hand over control to Jim. We'll start setting up for the approach. Let's grab the PDF for the operational flight plan. There we are. And we'll pop in the descent winds now. So, descent 250 below 10,000 because it's a PMDG 737. It defaults to 18,000 feet for the transition level. The transition level will be by ATC. We'll just get a rough idea of what it is, having a look here in the arrival. So transition level by ATC, transition altitude for the ILS, we're expecting 25 left. I'm not so familiar with Jefferson charts. Where do you find the transition altitude? Can't find it. It'll be about 6,000 feet. I'm just going to put in 70 for now. Let's pop in the winds. Oops, got the PDF here. So 310, 200, and 100 winds are going in. 272 at 67. How's the mic today, guys? Actually, I didn't ask. I've had again a play with the settings. I think I found a nice distance to keep the mic from my mouth, and also a nice audio level, so I don't have any feedback or clipping. The mic, the SteelArticus headset. Again, I'm not sponsored by them at all. I've always used Steel Series, and the headphones and mic I think are absolutely brilliant for a boom mic. I could get a really fancy mic on a stand and it'd be even better, but I sort of like the sound, and a lot of people have commented how they like the sound of the boom mics. It sounds like an aircraft headset. So yeah, very happy with it, and I just upgraded to the Pro because I had the 5 for a number of years, and I thought, well, after 5 years I just wanted that as a backup and then get one of these Steel Series ones here. Voice is loud and clear, excellent. QNH in Brussels. Let me just find my mobile phone, get the latest METAR conditions. It was very windy at our time of departure. Brussels at the moment though, 250 at 20, so still quite windy, gusting up to 30 knots tempo, but it's straight down the runway. QNH is 1004, so it will be windy. We'll have to make quite a large correction to our final approach speed with those sort of winds. Fixed rings, we're expecting runway 25 left. It could be 25 right. We'll go for that one for now. We'll put in a 10 mile ring, a 4 mile ring, and 36,000 feet, so 3 times 36 is 108. That's roughly where top of descent should be. Yeah, it's just after that, but I think I need to make some changes to the arrival here. So let's have a look at the charts. So expecting to fly the Beckham 7 Alpha, Beckham 7 Alpha. It could be a 3 Bravo, but this is what we have filed on our operational flight plan. So starting at Beckham, which is down here. Beckham is max 250, that's coded in the FMC. We're then going to route direct to 8.7 DME. Now I think this is the conventional arrival. There'll be an RNAV arrival which is similar to this. Let me just close this here and have a look at the charts into Brussels. The RNAV overlay. So you have a Beckham 7 Alpha conventional, Beckham 7 Alpha, which is the same, but it's an RNAV overlay, which is the pinned chart. That's the one I wanted. I don't think. Yes, there we go. So they were both pinned. That's really cool how it's pinned both of them. Very good. Anyway, Bexham to Bravo Romeo 203, Bravo Romeo 203. There's no particular restriction, but it's a very steep left turn to Antwerp. And that's going to be 1177.2 miles. We've got 1167.2, and at Antwerp we've got to be 7.2 miles. And that's the end of the arrival. Just plonks us to the north of Brussels for the next part of the approach, which I'm expecting to be the transition towards Brno or Bonn, which I haven't selected. I've got flow for some reason, so let's have a look here. Departure arrivals, Beckham 7 Alpha, ILS 25 left. Let's try the Zulu via Antwerp. That's better. I think that's more likely what we're going to get. Let's just step through this here. So there's Beckham, Bravo Romeo 203, and you can see, look, it's overshot the waypoint. That's quite common. You know, you're asking a lot of the aircraft to sort of fly with that waypoint and then get to Antwerp, and but that is what the arrival is, so we can accept that. It is an overfly waypoint there. Bend it like Beacon. Oh dear, 2 tons. Oh dear, oh dear. Where's my dramatic? There we go. Unbelievable. So we're going to go from Antwerp to Brno, Bonn. There we are, it's coded. And then to Bonn. Try and get it all in view for you so you can see. And then from Bonn, or the Brno VOR, we're going to make a left turn 2,000 feet or above to the centre fix. And then onto the ILS. So I'm pretty happy that's all coded correctly. Now we could have potentially a shortcut here, especially if it's not going to be as busy as we expect. So looking at this arrival, they might sort of cut us short here, going from, say, Batak to Bonn. So let's have a look if we can modify the routing slightly to get a shortcut catered for. So at the moment, look, it's going to put us at Batak at flight level 180, expecting us to do that entire approach. What I'm going to do is just route Batak to Bonn, anticipate a shortcut. So if we do Batak to Bonn, ideally we'd be at 11,000 feet instead of 18,000 feet. Expecting we'll do this shortcut, so what I will do, sort of meet it in the middle. I'll put Batak, well, I'll put 120 or below at Batak. That's 4,000 feet below our profile, but that will ensure that we do get a straight in. The aircraft is at the correct height. I do anticipate, even though there's a VATSIM event, we'll get a shortcut of some sorts. And if we don't, it doesn't matter, we'll just stay at 120 and a very gentle descent vertical speed for a short while. We sort of avoid high energy approaches, which is a huge threat to the operation, sort of driving it in, getting low and high speed. Oh, we're doing simultaneous approaches 25 left and right, so you could get either. Thanks for the heads up there, Epsi. We'll anticipate that. Do you think the Q4XP is worth it? Yes, Spitefly. I really do like the FlyJ Sim. We're going to fly that again very soon because live weather was playing up on our last stream, public stream in the Dash 8, so I will be flying that again very, very soon. Probably next stream. Right, been told to contact Maastricht, so that frequency is now active. And we'll now check in with Maastricht Control. Maastricht, good evening, Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, maintaining flight level 360, direct Oamaru.
Alpine 25 X-ray Mike, hello.
Alpine?
Left heading 140 for separation.
Left heading 140 degrees, Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. Oops. And Remember someone asking earlier, why do we have the bank angle set to 10 degrees? That's why. Alpine, isn't that EasyJet's Swiss thing? Oh, top of descent's disappeared now.
Expect level 150 by Woody.
Speedwex Woody, expect level 150
No request descent.
minus 2 Lima Papa.
Green Star 1 November Echo, proceed direct Woody.
Direct Woody, Green Star.
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, request descent.
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, descent level 280.
Descent flight level 280, Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. Now because we're going on this heading, and we're not on our track, I'm not going to use VNAV. I'm going to push out into vent just to tell the FMC we're descending, and knows we're in the descent phase. I'm just going to do vertical speed 1,000 feet per minute, because we're not flying on our track. If I leave it in VNAV, it's going to try and stay on path whilst flying in gentle line, but because we're not on it, it's not going to be the most accurate profile. So I'm just going to go VS, convert already to an indicated airspeed, and fly about 270 knots initially in the descent there. There we are, top of descent's in chat. We'll better finish the arrival briefing.
Ryanair 14 Lima Papa, addition level 260.
1035 for the ILS.
Level 260.
I know I've got the Navigraph charts up at the moment. Ugh. Click spots are so funny in this thing sometimes. Why can't I zoom in? There we are. It's because I'm turning, that's why. 1105. 1105, courses. Oh no, hold on, 11035. Oops.
Alpaca 14 November Mike, on conversion, speed 280 knots. Alpaca 4 Mike, correction, Alpaca 4 November Mike, kom met Amsterdam.
Ah, that might be for me. Frequencies, courses 249. There is a threat that they might change the runway on us as well. 249, 249, minimums. So there's Cat 3 available, Cat 2, Cat 1, but we go for Cat 1 minimums, 350 feet. In fact, it's probably a bit too windy to do an autoland. Another reason why we won't get single pilot ops, because an autopilot can't really, on the 737, manage winds
6, Charlie Juliet,
in excess of 25 knots. What do you do if it's a 60 knot headwind? Can't land. Autopilot won't, or no computer will be able to do that. No autoland over crosswind over 15 knots either. 20. So frequency courses minimums are set. There's an NDB.
25 extra Mike, the right heading 170.
Riding 170 degrees. Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. There's an NDB here. Look, Brussels NDB 293. So we could tune that. Because why not? Ah, 3 is active. And select ADF. And what's going to happen is we'll either fly via the Bruno VOR or get vectors. MSA, no issue. Look, 2,200 feet to the south. There's advised speed limitations: 220 knots at initial approach, 180 until 12.
5 extra Mike, right heading 220.
Running 220, Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike.
CNX 58 Tango, contact Lange radar 135.650, bye-bye.
So we'll fly these speeds unless ATC tell us otherwise. We'll fly those ones there. It does, yeah, it does. IMATAMs, yeah. FS302, I've noticed it does cause some funky changes sometimes, especially when turning.
Okay, sorry.
It's a nice, simple approach, really. Let's have a look at the landing then. Huge airport here, 25 left. This is the just sim scenery I've got there. So plan to vacate Charlie 2 or Charlie 4. I don't have any landing performance data. The Boeing PMDG, well, it doesn't have an OPT. Hopefully have an OPT soon, but based on the expected wind, it's got a massive headwind component which will help our landing performance. So I'm going to plan flat 30 order break 2 with that headwind. Our ground speed's going to probably be about 130, 120 knots, so I reckon order break 2 will be fine. Charlie 4, and then you'll see me get lost. In fact, I'll get my operator's charts open just in case. So fuel to divert to alternate.
5 to extra Mike, visual navigation direct Bacon.
Direct Bacon, Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. Bacon. Execute. LNAV, and you can see just because I've been in vertical speed doing 1,000 feet per minute, we're only 1,200 feet below profile. Eh? What's the PMDG doing? Now it doesn't usually just increase like that. It just usually updates. There we are, 4,500 feet. Welcome to the party, and it's still getting lower. Sus. Ain't quite right.
Ryanair 24 Lima Papa.
What was that ding I just got there? Oh, aircraft model matching. I don't know what's going with the VNAV profile here in the PMDG.
Ryanair 24 Lima Papa, kom ik Amsterdam 125.750.
I'll just leave it at 1,000 feet per minute and keep an eye on it, guys. It just keeps dropping and dropping and dropping. Chart's still open. Sorry.
Alpaca 25 extra Mike, descent flight level 260.
Descent flight level 260, Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike.
Alpaca 6 Charlie Juliet, resume navigation direct Woody.
There we are, profile's now coming back towards us. It just took a long while to update. Yeah, so we're going to vacate Charlie 4.
Alpaca 6 Charlie Juliet, make it Bacon.
And then cross 0119 onto Echo 3 and on a stand. So I'll just get the parking stand chart up in the background as well, so I won't get hopelessly lost after landing. That is now pinned for me. Excellent. That's it. I hope I haven't forgotten anything. There's the parking stand chart open for me. Right. We'll do the descent checks.
Alpaca 25 extra Mike, direct Woody. Whiskey, Oscar, Oscar, Delta, Yankee.
Jet Woody, Alpaca 25 extra bike. I know that one. But where is it? I'm not programmed. Gotta have a change of routing here. Right, direct. I presume that was for me, having just been preceded. Okay, it's going to be to Woody. And then after Woody, who knows? That's very unusual. I'm going to do Woody and then to 203. And then we'll confirm the routing, and there might be a Woody arrival inbound. LNAV engaged. There we are. Yeah, descent, just need to do that performance. 4347, we need 2 tons at least, 1.8 to divert, so we've got almost an hour, about 40 minutes extra. Is 400 kilos to burn. Landing weight's going to be 62.1, so quite heavy, but below max landing weight 65.3. Flap 30, auto brake 3, second detent reverse, and lane to vacate at Charlie 4. Rank angle 25. Superb. Very Dutch ATC there, yeah. I won't repeat any Dutch, I know.
125 extra Mike, contact Amsterdam, 125.750, bye bye.
125.750, Alpaca 25 extra Mike, bye. Amsterdam. There we are. Got the right frequency, haven't I? Yes. Amsterdam, very good evening, Alpaca 25 extra Mike, sending flight level 260 to Woody.
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike Amsterdam, hello, descend to flight level 150, on conversion speed 280 knots.
So flight level 150, on conversion 280 knots, Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. 150, and we've already converted to max, so we'll go to 280, and we'll tell the PMDG FMS we're doing 280 on conversion as well. So 280 is the new target speed. Execute, it'll recalculate the path. Still 3,500 feet low. Fellow Dutchies, Dutch, did I hear Dutch? Ashley, do you sometimes need to do flat 40 if you have a short turnaround? Yes, flat 40 can help with brake cooling, lowering your approach speed. And it can sometimes, if you have sort of turnarounds 30 minutes or less, help.
Welcome.
Alex, no bad words about the Dutchies. Hey, I've got nothing bad to say about the Dutchies. You guys crap me up.
Alpaca 62 Alpha, contact
it's just, anytime I fly with a Dutchman, I tell him, can you tell me some Dutch? It's extremely rude and not flight deck to sim stream friendly. Welcome to Channel Riley, thanks for subscribing. Tot ziens.
Number okay for X-ray, sorry for the late call, continue climb flight level 340.
Ooh, I just checked the subscriber counts. Yeah, we're gonna struggle to meet the 85,000. We tried 84,947. I'm not gonna repeat that, Will. Wait, hold on. I'll educate myself. I'm not gonna say it out loud, children.
Amsterdam radar, EC657 Alpha is with you, passing flight level.
Seeing that you put spaces between the words, that really concerns me.
See you there. Continue on the Ildewan Alpha arrival, expect ILS when it rides, and descend to flight level.
Oh, it's so Dutch. So Dutch.
Descend to flight level 70 on the EL1 Alpha arrival for runway 17 right, E657 Alpha, thank you.
And to confirm runway 18 right.
Yeah, 18 right.
Why is it no? I don't want it from Dutch to Danish. I can't speak Danish.
Report altitude.
What?
Speedbird 27 just reached.
Colonised. What? Unbelievable. Marek, please log on to CPDLC. Echo Delta Delta Yankee. Yes. If you ever fly to Maastricht airspace and you haven't logged into CPDLC, this is exactly what they say. How was your line training when you started? Any tips? Good, Fluky. I did mine up in Scotland. It was great. Just, you get some great... Well, at my place you get some great line training student notes. Follow those. I still refer to them sometimes as a captain, just look over certain things. Great guidance in there. But yes, you'll get plenty of assistance from your line training captains, but yeah, keep reviewing, keep learning.
Climb to flight level 370. You're also going to need an off level, so would you like 370 to be your final?
Unfortunately, going to Woody has gotten rid of that lovely waypoint I made for a shortcut, but I don't think I'm going to do it. Hell, I'll just have to deal with high energy approach. Overhead Holland, as flat as a pancake. Rack, commonly asked question, I'm sure you'll get the answer there shortly, thanks 2 tons. Commonly asked question, well not these days.
C65 Sierra Alpha after R-tip, direct Sierra, Papa Lima.
Spikeborg afterwards.
Of course, after R-tip, direct Sierra, Papa
Fright, have you seen the 900 previews? Are you going to try it? Nah. I've tried the 600, 700s, the 800s. Spent a fortune reviewing PMDG aircraft. For the sake of an extra 5 metres. And some people would like to do it because they like to fly the exact routes flown by different aircraft. So I know in Alaska can have little 900s. No, I've had my fill of PMDG aircraft. I've got the 600, which I'm unlikely to fly again. ENVA. Yes. I mean, I only got the 600, 700 because obviously I wanted to fly the PMDG aircraft prior to the release. I love the effect on the sun visor, by the way, in the sun behind.
Alpaca 6 Charlie Juliet, descent flight level 150.
Brilliant ATC coverage, I'm parked to a stand and loved every second of the flight. Awesome, Taylor, hope you're doing well. Yeah, ATC, in fact, it's busy events here. Plus, I'm keen on the higher speeds it comes with. Oh, the 900, or are you talking about shortcuts? Yeah, I've just realised I've not been playing any Christmas songs in a while. How is the FPS for Q4XP Spy Flight? Much better in X-Plane 12 than it was in X-Plane 11, that's for sure. In fact, I've had to cap my FPS at 60 because it was going above 60 when I was still streaming it, causing some like stream lag issues for you guys. The 900 high and approach and takeoff speeds, of course it would. Yeah, what is the next study level plane to come out? I don't know. Jai, does the EFB come as standard with the 800? Are you talking about the PMDG? I think they're about to release one soon, but the current one does not have an EFB. So on VNAV path, and this is one of the things I was commenting about to the members on the Zebo mod yesterday. I think there's some black magic that's going on with VNAV. We're doing 280 knots, VNAV path.
X-ray Mike, report speed to Brussels, 131.1, bye-bye.
131.1 with the speed, Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, bye. Seems to hold the path very nicely here, but we're only doing 1700 feet per minute, which at 270 knots is too shallow. Should be doing around 2.3, 2.4 to maintain that speed. So I think there's something going on, adding thrust in the background, and I've never seen it always lag speed by no more than 10 knots, where in the real aircraft it can actually lag quite a bit. You can have to add thrust all the time, add drag. Sometimes it's perfect, sometimes it's not, whereas in the PMDG it's the same every time. makes me think it's not a proper
Alpaca
path.
61.
But it works pretty well. Gives the illusion of it working correctly. Chris, another donation. Thank you very much for the $5, buddy. Very generous. Thank you. Oh.
Has everyone hit the like button? It should help to promote your video to the algorithm.
The mysterious YouTube algorithm. No one knows how it works. But yes, if you are enjoying the stream, don't forget to like the video. Helps the channel out, helps the video, helps us stick out on YouTube to any new subscribers. So thank you very much for another donation, Chris. And for having me promote my channel. Thanks, buddy.
Turkey, then Bruno. Thank you.
Oh, hello. Brussels, good evening. It's Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. We're descending flight level 150, speeds 280 knots, inbound Woody.
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, hello sir, radar contact. Cleared Woody 7 Alpha arrival, expect ILS approach, runway 25 left.
Woody 7 Alpha, ILS 25 left, Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. Standard day at work, you brief and prepare for one approach, you get something completely different.
Ryder CH, Juliet Sierra, hello sir, radar contact, Coxie for Alpha arrival.
Woody 7 Alpha, ILS 25 left, as Yankee, we'll go that one. Let's try the flow transition, execute. I've broken it, so it's just going to go to VNAV path, I'm just going to go vertical speed and keep it descending at about 1700 feet per minute. Now, here's why I've now set exactly what VNAV path was doing, at vertical speed 1700, but look how much thrust it's had now to add to maintain that speed, whilst still showing on the path, so I think that's why I think there's something funny going on in the background. Right. Oh, we do not want the flow transition. Getting close to Brussels because these model match issues come up there. So I'll ILS Zulu via ANT execute. That's putting me a little bit high on profile, so I'll now go level change. 280 knots design speed, so the thrust levers are now closed. And go from there. Bear with me, guys, going to be quite busy for a couple of seconds here, a couple of minutes. Approaching cleared flight levels and vertical speeds. Just going to get the charts open. Woody 7 Alpha, ILS 2. Oh, 25 left's the one I planned for, wasn't it? It's just the different star. So there's not much to really brief that's different. Woody 7 Alpha just takes us still to Antwerp, it's just via Woody. The only change guys I've done is from Beckham to Woody. That's it.
17 Papa Foxtrot is moving. Flight level 360.
EC17 Papa Foxtrot,
so approaching our cleared flight level.
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, descend flight level 80.
Descend flight level 80, Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. So 80. And level change, just going to use a speed brake because I can't really accelerate. And the speed brake here, look at the little shakes you get with FS Realistic, I love that, and the sound. So this is the speed brake in the PMDG is looking exactly like the real speed brake at this sort of speed. Whereas the Zebo is very good.
EC71 of Federal ATC, monitor Unicom, 122, bye-bye.
Awesome. One thing I need to point out, I absolutely love the alpaca on the Belux. Oh guys, check out that link that one of my mods has just posted, Domino Mocina. You can actually see inbound flights, so you can see, look, we've got little alpacas. It's so cool. There we are, back on profile, VNAV. VNAV path R. That's a bit aggressive. So yeah, it should just gently pitch up, not climb. It should do 1,000 feet per minute, so that's a little PMDG-ism there. But I'm being very nitpicky, so overall done a really, really nice job. Now it's slowing down, but that is because of the restriction at Woody, max 250. I'll just advise if ATC would like us to keep us 280. Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, would just like us to slow down 250 knots at Woody or maintain 280 knots?
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, reduce speed before the altitude, please.
We'll go Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. I think you just want me to reduce speed levels, so I'll just comply with the restriction at Woody 250 knots, which are now flying. We're now inbound to Bravo Romeo 202. Love busy VATSIM events, guys.
Osprey 10, speed 250 knots.
250 knots.
Epsi, yeah, inbound Brussels, you'll pretty much always get Woody when coming from the Dutchies. Cool. Thanks for the heads up. Epsi, I'll forward the thanks about the alpaca rifle, they're so cool. Yeah, mods, don't ever hesitate to post links and things interesting you find interesting to chat. Mods have the power to do that.
Osprey 10, descend flight level 80.
So it's a good jump, actually. You know, I put that altitude restrictions, I was expecting straight in, but it looks like we're flying the full arrival here. Oh, they just do this EFB here, so I can quickly view the charts for you guys, instead of me just going the whole time. There we are, inbound to Antwerp next. Remember, we're flying live weather, but 6 hours behind live time.
De rijder is toe voor Lima Papa, hier is de Remba to Delta arrival.
Need Remba Delta arrival, 924 Lima Papa.
I've had such fun flying in this today. That departure we did was one of the most fun. I haven't had as much fun as that on a departure with the eye tracking, looking outside. It was wicked, absolutely wicked.
Alpha X-ray Mike, leave Alpha November Tango heading 100-100.
After Antwerp heading 100 degrees, Alpha 25 X-ray Mike. Remind me, guys, to push heading select after Antwerp. Right, I'm going to start the flight recorder before I forget, so we can do some replays.
Alpaca 6 Charlie Julia, descent fly level 80.
If I can find it. Oh, don't tell me it's
Purple
understood.
radar Caleb, 76 Juliet with you, Lieutenant Alpha at flight level 70.
Clem 76 Juliet, radar contact, expect higher in 2 minutes. Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, speed 220 knots.
Cruising speed 220 knots, Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. So we're just going to do that slightly before the restrictions. So we're going to go 220, should just go level change first. So we don't have any altitude restrictions, so we'll slow down first for ATC. We'll do the post-cruise checks now. Fuel 4 pumps. We have 4.3 tons on board. Lights, angular bank, 25, pressurization, 4.5, slowly decreasing and set. We'll be cooking everyone here, but its temperatures are fine. Oops, forgot to put the belts on, but they're on now. Recall checks complete.
25 uniform, expect ILS 25 left after Kerky, direct to Bruno. Bravo.
Yeah, flight recorder's now on.
Expecting ILS 25 left after Kerky, direct.
How do you increase the speed of the camera movements when changing views? Just move the mouse quicker.
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, contact arrival 118.25.
118.25. Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, bye.
Russell, very good evening, Ryanair 9 Yankee Bravo.
Approaching Antwerp, so we'll get ready to fly that heading.
Ryanair 9 Yankee Bravo, hello sir, radar contact direct Boulan.
Direct.
Over to approach. Radar, good evening, it's Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, descending flight level 80, inbound to Antwerp, speed 220 knots. We were assigned heading after Antwerp of 100 degrees.
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, radar contact, descent flight level 60.
Descent flight level 60 and now heading 100 degrees, Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. There we are, so we're back on the profile, go back to VNAV. It's going to pitch for 220 because that's a new speed after Antwerp. Very, very nice.
Tower 1 November Echo, turn right 220, cleared ILS 25 left, descent 3000 feet.
Turn the music off now because we're getting into the
220, cleared ILS
critical phases.
25 left, descent 3000 feet.
50,
oh, that's loud.
40, 30, 20, 10.
135 degrees head, descend 3000 feet, QNH 1004, Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. Heading 135, 3000 feet is set. Thank you, that was QNH 1004. Passing 8,100 for 3,000, no flags, standby set. Now this is a big bug for the PMDG 737, and look, I'm having to climb now. When you update the QNH, it has a huge jump in the VNAV profile. That should not happen, so long as you put the correct QNH in the FMC here. That is a huge bug that the PMDG has, which it shouldn't, and ultimately it's reacting incorrectly as well. When it gets low, it's climbing and adding thrust. It shouldn't do that. It should do 1,000 feet per minute descent and then recapture. Thank you, Chris Tuttle. $2. Have you ever had to dump fuel in real life? You don't dump fuel in a PMDG.
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, expedite descent to 3,000 feet.
Expedite to 3,000 feet, so Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. So that's our profile gone, but we'll do that. 3,000 feet, 220. Don't need a fuel dump. In the 73, you can land above the max landing weight if you have to in a non-normal situation, so such as emergency landing or passenger is ill or crew ill. No problem at all, but obviously in a larger aircraft you could damage it, so you do have to dump fuel. Great question.
Lufthansa 9 Yankee, radar contact, speed 220 knots.
Dreamjet
Nice
4
descent here,
Sierra
so
Charlie,
actually
speed
expedited
220
quite
knots,
good.
maintain present heading.
E220 knots and maintaining present heading.
220 knots
Dreamjet
speed
4
brake,
Sierra
about
Charlie.
1500 feet.
609 Yankee,
Yeah, it's pretty good.
present heading.
Speed brake's crap at lower speeds. It just makes the plane shake a bit, which is what it's doing now.
Osprey 10 descent 2000 feet, QNH 1004. Traffic
coming
is
on.
12 o'clock descending out of flight level 60 for 3000.
Descent 2000,
There's a bit of a conflict issue there.
Increase on November Echo establish localization on 25 left.
Green Star 1 November Echo Tower 1186.
Hey Matthew, hope you're doing well.
Ryanair 38 Juliet Sierra descent.
Bit high on profile here, but if we get cleared on to turn base leg, we'll just get the flaps out. It'll be okay.
Alpaca 6 Charlie Juliet radar contact. Turn left heading 080.
Turn left heading 080. Alpaca 6 Charlie Juliet.
Spectacles tower next.
Yeah, November 3 Bravo Whiskey.
Big sigh for the control of air.
Maintain flight level 60.
Maintain flight level 60, November 36 Bravo.
Osprey 10, turn right heading 145.
Perfect. Hi Carl, hope you're doing well. Very busy.
Alpaca 25 X-ray, Mike turn right heading 220, speed 180 until 8 mile final.
Riding 220 degrees, 180 knots until 8 miles. Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike.
Dreamjet 4 Sierra Charlie, speed
220, 180 knots, so speed checked.
Speed 200 knots, Dreamjet 4 Sierra
Flap
Charlie.
1.
And Osprey 10, descend to
Osprey, that's a really
feet
cool
and
call
make
sign.
it heading 180 now.
180.
Flight slopes alive, just going to go vertical
Sierra
speed now.
Charlie, descend 4000, QNH
400, 500 feet per
1005.
minute. Flap
Descending
2.
4000 feet on
Flap
QNH
2 is really nice if you want to maintain
Dreamjet 4
180 knots.
Ryanair 38
We've not been
Sierra,
cleared the
speed
approach yet.
200 knots.
Not what a CDA though.
Ryanair 9 Lima Papa, stand 58.
Stand 58, Ryanair 9 Lima Papa.
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, clear silence 25 left.
Cleared RLS 25 left, Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. There we are, cleared approach 180 knots. We've got a 40 knot headwind here. That's going to really slow us down on the approach. Engine anti-ice is on, it's only 10 degrees though. Should get a message here, engine anti-ice on. Localizer live, localizer capture. 249, missed approach altitude. Didn't actually brief, but just climb on track. Max 185 knots, turn 105 into 4,000 feet.
5 X-ray radar contact, descend flight level 60, maximum speed 220 knots.
Select 220 on the speed 5.
Just going to keep flap 2, we've got such a strong headwind, look, our ground speed's at 154 knots.
Descend flight level 70.
So you have a lot more thrust required to stay on the glide slope than usual.
Alpha Hotel, climb flight level 70.
Guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. If we get to 85,000 subscribers, we're at 84,949. It'll be a push, but I will do an additional giveaway, and we'll do also a mug giveaway after landing. Oh, hold on, I've just done a bit of a whoopsie here. Don't forget to set the missed approach altitude until after glide slope capture. That was a massive whoopsie by me.
25 X-ray, Mike, contact tower 1186.
186 now fully established. Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, bye.
Alpaca 6 Charlie, Julie.
Bye. He's busy, isn't he? Right, let's check the ground frequency. Flap 5, glide slope capture now, and we have that set. Ground is on standby, 21875. The radio tuning panel's so slow to tune, so I'll do it manually.
Shadow 1.
And we'll now go flap 5. We've still got a huge headwind.
No, I was just looking at the chart. I found it now. It's up here and on the left. Shadow 1.
Someone's found it. Someone's lost. Replay's already started, guys.
Turn right and then on the
There's the runway straight ahead. This is the Just Sim scenery. I hope it's still correct because I didn't have time to check. Tower, hello, it's Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. Established 25 left, 8 miles.
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. Correction, 25 X-ray Mike. Brussels Tower, wind 250 degrees, 19er, gusting 29, F25 left.
Oof.
Continue approach, number 2.
Continue approach, 25 left, Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. Continue approach, we've got a gusting wind, so our final approach speed will be +10. This picture looks absolutely superb in the sim. Really, really nice. We're going to leave the start switches continuous, arm the speed brake. And I think we'll hand fly this for a bit. Get the rest all configured. Yoke cam's on. Disconnecting autopilot, disconnecting auto throttle. Someone's dinging me. Hello, delivery. And I'll turn on Toby eye tracker. There we go. Just get comfortable with the view. Oh, it takes a while to. If I have my head down, it sort of goes a bit funky. Oh, now I need to follow the flight directives. Feel a bit low in my seat. Oh, that's better. Now I feel a bit high. Right, let's get back onto that glide slope, but you can sort of see where I'm looking.
Lisa 1 November Echo, hello, welcome to Brussels, taxi straight ahead, cross runway 19 onto Echo 3, then ground 121, decimal 875, alright. Straight ahead, cross 19, Echo 3,
right, gear down, doesn't work annoyingly with that.
121 decimal 875, please 1 November Echo, bedankt.
It's so hard.
Welke keer, break Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, wind 250 degrees, 19, gusting 29, 25 left, please, bedankt.
25 left, clear to land, Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. Right, gear down. 15, match speeds.
Bravo Taxi 10, Osprey 10.
Landing checklist start switches, continuous, recall. Oh, it's really hard with the eye tracker on. Check, speed brake on, green light, landing gear down, 3 green, auto brake is set to 3, flap 30. But I hope it gives you an impression of what I'm looking at.
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, just for information, you're number 1 in the long trail, so expedite vacating to the right as soon as possible.
Welcome, Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. So we're going to expedite vacating. Speed's a bit low here. And thrust. So flap 30 green light, lights on, checks complete. Speed's recovering, check. So I've added quite an increment here. We've got quite a strong headwind. But everyone's got the same headwind. With 3 reds. Looking seemingly tilting forward.
Good evening, Dreamjet for Sierra Charlie,
Why do people shout into the mic? Sorry, it's so loud in Vatsman, I can't control the volume right now.
Sierra Charlie, Brussels Tower, hello, wind 250 degrees, 19, gusting 29, runway 25 left, continue approach, number 3.
Continue number 3, jet for Sierra Charlie.
I can't even look at chat, because my eyes will go all over the place. Right, 2 reds, 2 whites on profile, speed's good, a bit low, a little bit high. Just watch that rate of descent, that should fix it. Not quite trim there, a little bit off the localizer. Ooh, still a bit high there. No more than 1,000 feet per minute now. Now keep that runway in the same point in the windscreen. Not quite trim there. Trim it. Still not happy with the trimmer in the PMDG. It's okay, but it just sort of it should be more effective.
Victor X-ray 10, once landed, expedite vacating right as soon as possible.
Vacate right as soon as possible, Osprey 10.
Don't shout, sir. Continue. A little bit high. Ooh, yeah, that was my fault. A little bit higher rate of descent there.
50, 40, 30,
check.
20.
Oh, it's again a little bit too sensitive. And I forgot to turn the landing calculator on. Oh, right, speed brakes up. Well, I've got no reversers. I have got reversers. Manual braking, so I'm just going to help out ATC here. 100, that's max manual braking. 80, the brakes will be on fire. 60, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Brussels. I might have overheated the brakes slightly there.
Call sign early to arrival 11825, bye bye.
Oh dear, welcome to Brussels, we're down. And this is the Just Sim scenery. And we actually vacated at Charlie 2 with very hot brakes. I wouldn't have done that in real life, but you know, just trying to help out there. T5 X-ray Mike vacated Charlie 2. It was only about only about 1,200 meters, I think. Look, that'd be very hot brakes. Didn't tell me to contact ground yet. Just want to hold short here because we might have to turn onto.
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, welcome Brussels. Straight ahead, Foxtrot 2, cross runway 19 onto Echo 3, then ground 121 decimal 875. Bye bye.
Fox 2, cross runway 1901 and on to Echo 3, ground 121875, Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, bye. There we are, a little bit too much thrust. Yeah, no landing rate, yeah, I forgot to turn it on, guys, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Well, actually, it was a -1, I don't know, yeah, I can confirm that. Right, Fox 2, cross 0119 and then on to Echo 3, ground 121875. Let's contact them there. Yeah, that was our first ever time using Tobii eye tracker in a stream. I think I want to turn off eye tracking. I have only head tracking on because it's quite sensitive to changes, and obviously every time I move my head, the runway is moving in the windscreen. Makes it quite difficult to keep the runway in the same place. So we've been cleared across the runway onto Echo 3. We can select the flaps up now. And once we're on Echo 3,
Monarch 7 Tango Papa, push starts the proof facing east.
It's not pretty face.
yeah, just sim scenery is okay. Only cost me like £6.
Victor Charlie, contact tower on 118.6, good night.
118.6 B-line, 7 Victor Charlie, bye-bye.
Right, so sure, I've got the stands up. We'll check in. So we're just going to hold here. That was our clearance limit. Yeah, during the flare there, when I pitched up only the smallest amount. I think it's because I'm familiar with the Zebo. I pitched up only a tiny amount. The whole aircraft just went up, so it's a little bit too sensitive in pitch. Maybe I need to adjust my pitch settings, but it shot up there. Brussels ground, hello, it's Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. We're holding on Echo 3.
Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike, Brussels ground, good evening. Taxi to stand 155 via Enners and Sierra.
Stand 155 via the Enners and in via Sierra. Alpaca 25 X-ray Mike. So Echo 3, we're on. Taxi the Enners to the second right, in via Sierra. Stand
2047, can you taxi a little bit forward?
155, there we are. So Sierra's actually the first left, but then we'll cross over to stand 155. I think that's how he wants me to do it. I haven't got lost yet. There we are. I better put some Christmas songs on again. I would usually do my own music, but no, we're going to go Christmas. Let me just find my Christmas rap song, which I love. Let's see if I can find it. I found it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Oh, second right. I nearly got lost. Oh yes! Merry Christmas, everyone! At least the weather's a lot better than it was in Trondheim, where we departed. Look at that flight time. Great ATC as well. There we are. We're now on the inner. And subscriber count, can we reach 85,000 before? I think we're going to be at a push. Oh no. Well, we've managed to get to 84,950, but I've got a lot of regular viewers here. We managed to gain 50 subscribers in the stream. But don't worry guys, I think you know what I'm going to say. It's Christmas. I'll roll the giveaway anyway. There'll be 2 giveaways for the Christmas mug. One after the other. First one for the Flydeck Sim mug, the second one for the Alpaca Airways mug. I'll explain how to enter. It'll be very simple indeed. Yeah, it can only show subscriptions once you've reached... Oh, hold on, I need to concentrate so I don't actually screw up my taxiing. No, it's next left, next left. Sierra. But yeah, it's Christmas. I want to do 2 giveaways.
Bravo 1, holding point runway 25 right, Kid and Ace 1005.
So take the next left onto Sierra. Oh, there's a flyer there. Actually, the taxiway marking's got a little bit confusing around here.
Following the traffic ahead.
That is Sierra the first left, and I think we have to cross right all the way across.
Bravo 3, via the outer Skinnet 1005.
I love this Christmas rap song. Oh my goodness, someone's gifted a lot of members. Oh, Carl Childers, that's very kind of you. Oh, flipping heck, thank you very much, Carl. Get the AP up and running here. Thanks, buddy. Also playing all this lovely Christmas music coming on to stand.
Sierra, are you able to
coming up to stand 155?
Left there onto outer.
Perfect. Yeah, I've seen a lot of these airlines fly. I've seen them in Alicante. I think it was Alicante. I saw them somewhere in Spain. Lufthansa, obviously. Cheers, Carl. Merry Christmas to those that got subs. That's very kind. So, yeah, all the gifted subs, welcome to the channel. That's all thanks to Carl Childers, one of the other members. That's very generous of you. Right, 157. Right, 157 left, 155. Next right. Brakes are still working, even though I absolutely hammered them to help out ATC. That, yeah, it's like a full right, it really is. Overshoot, you can do it a lot tighter turns than that. Oh yes, here come all the gifted members.
Minimums, approaching minimums.
Shut down engine number 2. Oh yes, royalty-free Christmas music, everyone. Oh yes, you can't beat it. Ooh, what was all that? I got IRS faults and everything just come up there. I've never shut an engine down.
Minimums, approaching minimums.
Oh, why is the gate guidance not working? I've installed the plugin. I have to sort of half guess this. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Minimums, approaching minimums.
Brakes are either yes or no. That's the PMDG brake options. Right. Parking brake is set. APU's now available. I'll do the rest of the cleanup here because it's a bit slow. Trim would be reset to 4 units. Flight directors can come off.
Minimums.
They are 4,100. This can go to 100 knots. It's actually rocking as well on stand. We can shut down engine number 1. Start switches off.
Minimums.
Oh.
Approaching minimums.
Oh yes, it's gone up. It's gone up 1. Oh yeah. Probes off. Anti-coal off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Brussels. You got royalty-free Christmas music. You got membership pings going off. Chaos. Good video, and live my beer, says Johnny. Excellent. Live beer, sir. Live beer indeed. Oh, there we go. Right, let's get the jet bridge attached. Aircraft, jetway. Here it comes. Just in time for the Belgium-Brussels Christmas market. Giveaways coming, Mushi. Patience, patience. Nothing like good chaos is evergreen. 641, indeed. Steve M, yes, hit the Christmas test switch. so the light test switch so you can have a Christmas light. Wait, yes, that would be the ultimate Christmas fit. Ah, yes. Christmas lights are on in the flight deck. PMDG did very good. Very, very nice. A few little PMDG quirks were there, but the overall experience of the flight was awesome. Really, really awesome. Love how I have all the plugins, love the settings, Sim's working nicely at the moment. I haven't had any crashes for a while, apart from replays in X-Plane 12. Fingers crossed it stays that way for as long as possible. Ah, does it ever stop this joy to the world? Royalty-free music? Hold on, I think it's almost done. Ah, there we go. I can now turn that one off and play the usual music on the stream. There we go. Amazing. Well, who would like to win a Flight Deck to Sim mug? Or 2 Flight Deck to Sim mugs. Well, 1 Flight Deck to Sim mug and 1 Alpaca Airways mug up for grabs. I'll do the the Flight Deck to Sim mug giveaway first, and then I'll roll the Alpaca Airways mug giveaway. Now, how to enter is you'll just have to enter a keyword in chat, lowercase, uppercase, it doesn't matter. Only enter it once. If you enter it more than once, the giveaway will not be... you'll not be entered into it if you enter the giveaway more than once. You just have to put the keyword in once. So let me just set that up in the background. Giveaways. There we are. Got to find the keyword. Enable anti-spam, so you can only enter the keyword once. And if you could just type in chat, guys, starting now, the word mug, M-U-G, lower uppercase, only do it once. Jonathan Wiltshire, royalty free, unbelievable. Ron, no, don't start saying once. Some people are typing in once now. No, you trolls. Mug, there you go. So this giveaway is for the Flight Deck to Sim mug. In fact, I'll bring it up for you so you can see exactly what it is you are going to win. Let me bring up my Teespring store. Excellent. There's La Compagnie. I've seen that airline around. Right, going to my store, logging into my account. I am not a robot. Chris Tuttle smug. Let me show you what you have won. Potential future winner. There we are. There's also a discount code on the Flying Deck Sim store. If I bring up the list here as well. So all merch is off 15% off until the end of the year. If you are interested in supporting the channel, supplying merch would be appreciated. This is a giveaway off said merch. This is what is up for grabs just now. Ta-da! There we are, the Flight Deck Sim mug. Can we have a ooh and ah in chat? Excellent. Extremely overpriced. I've lowered that as much as possible, but I could fully understand why you wouldn't want to spend 13 quid, but that's why I'm giving one away for free. There we are. Ooh, I could hear the ooh and ahs in chat. Very good. I'll let that run for another minute, and then we'll do another one for the Alpaca Airways mug. Now, if you are the winner, what you need to do is get in contact with me via social media. You can contact me via Instagram or Twitter. Press DM. And I'll be taking a picture of your name in YouTube. All I ask is you send a screenshot of your Google or YouTube homepage with your username, profile picture as it was at the time of winning, with the log out button so I know it's you. And then what I typically do is, because Teespring have no vouchers of any sort, I'll PayPal you, and I ensure or trust that you would purchase the product. Everyone that's done it so far, when I send over the funds, have purchased the product as well. If you want to apply the discount, keep the change, don't buzz me. But I'll pay for all costs. Shipping, handling, you put it in your cart, let me know the exact cost. You won't have to pay a penny. You order it and then it'll arrive on your doorstep. Anyway, let's roll the first giveaway of the Flight Deck to Sim mug. There we are. So the winner of the mug, oh hold on, I just need to refresh the page because it's timed out, is Jacob Stone. Jacob Stone, a regular subscriber, not a member, so unrigged. Jacob Stone, well done. You've got an orange J on your profile picture. I've taken a picture of that. Jacob Stone, if you get in contact with me, as I mentioned on social media, Instagram, Twitter. If you don't have any of that, you can still contact me on social media, on email, flightdecksim@gmail.com. If you go to my YouTube page, press the About section, you'll find my email address. He's here, he goes, hey, Jacob Stone, well done, winning the first giveaway. In fact, I've got just the ding for you. Let me just wait for it. Oh, yes. Congratulations, you are a winner, sir. Even a holy sound effect for you, sir. Right, who would like to have a chance of winning another giveaway? This time for the Alpaca Airways mug. That's excellent. Let me just, whilst I get that sorted in the background, give you some background waiting music. Oh, just so good at streaming now. I should have been a DJ. Right, okay, so refresh. Let's now enter a new keyword. Okay, this is for the Alpaca Airways mug. I have now entered the keyword. Would you like to have a guess? You need to now type in alpaca in chat in lowercase, uppercase. Do it only once. If you do it more than once, you will not be entered into the giveaway. And you have the chance of winning the Alpaca Airways mug. This is a new product on the Flight Deck Sim channel, so I'll just show you this, and whilst that's going on, I'll also play my hip-hop Christmas rap music. Oh yeah, here we go, again. Oh yeah. What a streamer. You just can't get content like this anywhere else. Unbelievable. Keep those alpacas coming in whilst I find the product for you to view. Here it is, the Alpaca Airways mug. The official Alpaca Airways mug. And again, if you are the winner, get in contact with me via social media. Instagram, Twitter, email me at flydecksim@gmail.com. It doesn't matter. And you will not have to pay anything. You pop this in your cart. Handling cost and delivery cost, I will cover the cost for all of it, and then I'll cover that cost via PayPal payments directly to you. Ooh and ah, yes. Oops, that's Navigraph. Let me get rid of Chrome. I'll let that run away. I'll let the giveaway run for another minute or so whilst we enjoy this extremely loud, royalty-free hip-hop Christmas song. Oh, that's an absolute banger. I'm keeping this. Can you handle the anxiety? I see what you did there, Sim737 Pilot. Unbelievable. Mushi said never going to mug you up. Unbelievable. QWERTY Moose, how to enter? Just type in alpaca quick. Once, if you haven't done so already. Yankee Fox, if I told anyone this is how I spend my evening, I'm not sure they'd believe me. Loving every minute though. Oh yes. I hope you learned something a bit about flying a desktop simulated 737, which is what the whole channel's about. But we did do some fun winter ops today. It's a bugs game, this. Unbelievable. That's it, ABC, you're 3, you Jingle Sim, you've got the ideas. That's it, type in alpaca. Mushi, I see you go, mug, but only type mug on its own, nothing else. Excellent. We'll need an official alpaca rap to go with the tune, we will. But I can only play it once a year. Brilliant. Mug on its own, thing else. Brilliant, Anon. Right, I think I've let that run long enough. I think it's time to roll the second giveaway, this time for the Alpaca Airways mug. So here we go, 3, 2, 1, where's the roll it button? The winner is, for the second giveaway for the mug, is Stefan Powell. Oh no, oh, he is a channel member. Uh-oh, rigged. Uh-oh. Well done, Stefan Powell. Going to get lots of rigged comments. Well, a regular subscriber one as well. With over 50% of my viewers being members, it does sort of make sense. Well done, Stefan Powell. You are the winner of the Alpaca Airways mug. Again, you can get in contact with me via Discord if you so wish, or via the usual means via social media. Congratulations! He still hasn't commented yet. He's in so much shock. Messages are blank. My goodness me, he's in so much shock he's won his Alpaca Airways mug. Is he winner, tea in my mug, he says. Excellent, he's alive. Amazing. Well, thank you very much for entering the giveaway. There we are. We are all done for today's stream. Fantastic. Right, let me just finish up here on Brussels. 80 was amazing for this event today, by the way. Very busy, but they got us all in. Science speeds. I love going on VATSIM. It's been such a long time since I've actually done a proper VATSIM network, VATSIM event on the network. So yeah, great fun to have done that. Right, I have disabled VATSIM. I've disabled Fly Live, and the flight recorder is still going off. It's been recording this at times this whole time, so I'm just going to stop the recording, and hopefully we'll get a nice little replay going. So let's have a little look here, and then we'll sign off for Christmas. Right, so I think what I've got to do, guys, unfortunately... Oh, I've still got the light test going off, look. I've got to get the aircraft configured for landing, otherwise the replay doesn't work properly. So I'm just going to quickly load a panel state. There's the one for today, Christmas I called it. Let's put it on... I want taxi, there we are. So I'll just execute that, load the panel state, and I'll quickly get the flaps out to 40. Lights on, have it just configured roughly as it was for takeoff, just ensures that everything is correct on the replay. Auto brake would have been set to 3, otherwise that's going to be flicking and switching around. Flaps are almost at 40. Perfect, I think the rest is all pretty much configured as it was. They are off. I should probably save one called replay. There we go. Right, wish me luck here. Let's see if I can actually get the replay to work. Press that. Ooh, hold on, just doing this. Oh, my pro stream has gone to pot. What's happened? Ah, I know why. Right, let me just try and press replay. This might break it. Oh, I think we're okay. Funky replay music's on as well. Oh, look, I started that replay ages ago. I'm quite surprised it's not broken anything. Right, let me just pause replay. Drag it to the approach. Oh, it deals with that really well. I'll just let the scenery load in as well. Let me just press resume. Obviously everything's broken in here, but that's completely normal when doing the replay. Logged off of VATSIM yet? Excellent. Look at that. First replay we've done in ages. Such a integral part of the stream. There we are. So yeah, the Tobii eye tracker, I'm going to have to experiment with that. Having eye tracking on every time I move my eyes to look at the instruments I don't really want the camera to move because it's changing the position of my head or the runways in the windscreen, which is why I was constantly getting high and low and making large inputs, and I got a sync rate warning there because my rate percent was way too high. So I'm going to look at just disabling eye tracking, having the head tracking on, which is quite good because obviously as I move my head around I can then still look around the cockpit. Yeah, and then obviously I braked. It would have been very likely, would have probably had brake cooling times of around 45 minutes there. I braked extremely hard to make that exit. That was just help at ATC for this Phantom event. Yeah, but the braking, max manual braking is that powerful. Not bad. Let's have a little look from another perspective. And what I'm going to do for the replay, I'm going to activate Tobii Eye Tracker for you and give you the perspective of passenger from the window seat. I think that would look so cool. Ignore the speed brake. I obviously have to move everything during the replay for you. Right, speed brake, and then I extend the speed brake. It all matches whatever the position of the things are. Amazing. Carl, I had to tweak it a bit. It works great though once you've dialed it in. Awesome, Carl. Yeah, I really am liking the eye tracking. On departure today, that's absolutely awesome. But for takeoff, for approach there, moving my eyes is a little bit too sensitive. And I do like it as a toolpo. It's an expensive investment if you are considering it, but I think if you're using DCS and other things or flying VFR visually or in the gliders, what an awesome tool to have. Thanks very much, Chris Tuttle, for the $2 you donated those today. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
10.
Awesome. He says what? Excuses, excuses. Unbelievable. Always got excuses. Right then, guys. Well, what I'm going to do is pop you back into the cockpit. Oh god, that doesn't sound good. And I'm going to pop you here onto about a 3,000 foot final, and then we'll log out. I'll pop you in the window screen, this window here, and I'm going to sort of activate the eye tracker, so I can just sort of give you my perspective as a passenger. I think that's so cool. I might actually use the other wing view. Hold on. Obviously I've got to extend all the flaps and stuff, haven't I? Hold on, let me just have a little fiddle with this, guys. Oh yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Alright, I will do that in a second. Let me just deactivate that for now. And press resume. Alright guys, so I'm going to put the flaps all the way out now. I hope I've not broken it. There we are, flap 30. Right guys, that's it for today. Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. Thank you very much for spending the last Friday before Christmas with me on a Flight Deck Sim live stream. It was a bit short notice, and I've done 3 streams in a row now, but I wanted to get these out because I'm actually going back to work on Boxing Day. Very fortunate to have Christmas Day off, and then I am actually flying a full block of flying, and then busy on my days off after that. So this is the only opportunity I had. Have an amazing time. As usual, thank you to all the regular subscribers and viewers for popping in. We did try to reach 85,000 subscribers. We nearly got there, but I was always going to do the giveaway anyway. And we did 2 giveaways. I hope you enjoy them. Both the winners, Chris and whoever it was the second person, I need to take a picture, so don't forget, get in contact with me so I can get that all sorted. To everyone that donated, very generous of all of you today, thank you very much for that. Really appreciate it. To all the members as well, thank you very much for your continued support as members. And to special shout out to you, it was an extremely generous donation for you, so thank you very much for that. Guys, stay safe this Christmas, enjoy your time with your friends and family, and I'll see you all after Christmas. I'll hopefully get a chance to stream one more time before New Year, and thank you very much for everything you do to support me and the channel. Take care guys, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.